Affordability, practicality, and accessibility. These are major factors future homeowners consider before buying their first home. These are the same founding attributes behind every Lumina home. In August 2012, the country's leading home builder FIESTA founded a line of mass housing communities called Lumina Homes. Lumina believes that every Filipino family should have a home they are proud to call their own. Lumina Homes has set itself apart from its competitors in the industry by offering value-priced house and lot packages, estimated at 500,000 to 1.7 million pesos, which can be easily availed by every Filipino through payment schemes under Pag-ibig and bank financing. Lumina Homes has already developed over 800 hectares of land or 100,000 house and lot units in key cities and municipalities across the country, and they are showing no signs of slowing down. In 2019, Lumina Homes was recognized as the top 1 developer by the Pag-ibig Fund for having the most housing loan releases value and served the most number of housing borrowers. Lumina Homes addresses the country's prevailing housing needs by providing affordable, durable, and functional house and lot units for the Filipino people. Homeowners can choose from a variety of house and lot options to find the one that will suit every family's different needs and wants. You are given the creative freedom to design your space to whatever you please. Lumina Homes uses different construction systems to make sure that every home is safe and comfortable for its future owners. Through the cast-in-place or CIP and industrialized building system or IBS construction systems, each Lumina home is crafted to withstand the test of time and of any disaster. Safety and convenience are vital in the development process of Lumina communities, which is why they are built on prime locations that are close to essential establishments and are equipped with functional amenities such as a multi-purpose hall for assemblies, 24/7 guarded entrance, a shuttle service, and many more. Lumina Homes will continue to carry out its vision of providing affordable, practical, and well-developed housing for Filipino families and communities in the years to come. Simple, happy, practical. Lumina Homes, providing homes for everyone.
First Park Homes was formed from the partnership between Century Properties Group and Mitsubishi Corporation, having that goal to raise the standards of community housing in the Philippines without costing too much. Unlike other housing communities, First Park Homes is actually what they call the 4 C's. It's the brand pillars which they follow. It stands for complete, conceptive, connected, and convenient. Oh, complete because their homes are fully finished, which means the walls are painted, you got your complete flooring. This place is secure and you got provisions to expand. Basically, all you need are your furniture and you're ready to move in. How easy is that? Conceptive because First offers amenities which go beyond the basic. Get this, for every subdivision, there is a specific theme for the amenities which can be enjoyed by both young and young at heart. They have amenities that promote the arts, encourage good health, build social development, and strengthen the community. Like for example, in Bulacan, they have these life-sized board games. In Lipa, they have traditional Pinoy games, and they even have an outdoor cinema. I think it's really amazing that they're introducing unique amenities for families to enjoy. First aims to keep everyone connected to life essentials. Imagine, they even have a shuttle to bring you to nearby transport hubs. Now that is hassle-free. Lastly, convenient. Owning your first home is now easy through First's simplified buying process. Owning a First Park home is more than just an investment. It's your first home that lasts.
Nagsimula sa isang pangarap.
Ako na po, ma'am.
Ika'y tutulungang ibahin ang buhay na nakasanayan.
Naka 24 months ka na sa
May
pag-ibig.
panghulog na ako sa motor.
Uy, bagong motor!
Gagawa ng hakbang para mapaghandaan ng forever.
Ingat ka ha.
At harapin ang bukas na may maaasahan. Simulan mo na ang forever mo ngayon. Fund your forever with Pag-ibig Fund.
Register today.
Bago ako magmahal ng iba, mamahalin ko muna ang sarili ko. Mag-iipon muna ako ng pag-ibig. Pag-ibig Regular Savings. Earn 25 times more sa contributions mo. Ang contributions mo, ipon mo. Mas malaking contribution, mas malaking ipon. I'm worth it. I deserve pag-ibig.
Minsan ang pag-ibig, online mo pala mahahanap. Ang bagong virtual pag-ibig. One click, you can track your savings. Easily pay for your loans. Even live chat with us. And now, apply for a short-term loan.
Sign up for the virtual Pag-ibig account today.
At last, a place where home means more than just a roof over your head. Where a tweet means more than letters on the screen. where a tag means more than just names on a picture. And a share means more because it's done face to face. At last, a place where there is truly more. Just an hour away from Cebu's Central Business District, Amoa is a 60-hectare residential community. Cradled in the beautiful hills and vistas of Tamiao, Compostela, with a collection of villages forming smaller neighborhoods with unbounded spaces, where your children can grow up free to run around, explore nature, make friends, and appreciate a life lived in harmony with the places and people around them. At Amoa, there is more to enjoy. With master-planned and life-scale amenities, 3 swimming pools, a clubhouse, basketball court, grand lawn, play area, and many pocket parks. Living areas that foster a strong sense of community, where your children can experience childhood as it should be, full of friendships and interactions. Beyond small spaces and virtual screens, at Amoa, there is more to love. Choose from 1-story houses that's perfect for your family, like Aruna and Ananda. For more space, go for our 2-story houses, such as Asta, Asha, and Amita. Come home to Amoa, where life means more.
All right. Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to the session 2 of the International Housing Fiesta Filipinas, brought to you by Enrea and Disud. So we're on the part of our program where we're going to introduce our presenters for today. So let's start with the presentation of Mega World Corporation to be presented by Mike Tocayo, Mr. Ryan Baflor, Assistant Director for Brokers Network. Sir Ryan?
Hi, Sir Ryan Tokayo. Good afternoon, sir.
Yes, Tocayo.
Yes, but in real estate, we always say good morning. So good morning in Rea, Philippines. And in behalf of Mega World at the Fort, we would like to say our thanks for inviting us and making us a part of this event for today. So without further ado, I'll be doing a presentation for the projects of Mega World Corporation, specifically here in Fort Bonifacio. So I hope everyone have had their lunch na already and are all good. So yep, let me just hold on for a second. So just to give you an idea, Mega World at the Fort or Mega World Corporation in general is already more than 30 years as the pioneer for township development for mixed-use residential development. And here in Fort Bonifacio, we actually have a total of 4 township projects, namely McKinley Hill, McKinley West, Forbes Town Center, and Uptown Bonifacio. So, yep. Okay. Apologies, we're just having a technical difficulty right now, but we will proceed with our presentation in just a short while.
All right. While we are waiting for Sir Ryan and his team to present their project, Make a World Corporation. So, bibigyan ko muna kayo ng mga pasada on what will happen this session 2 of the day 1 ng International Housing Fiesta Filipinas. So for today, our presenter, our keynote speaker pala, would be Professor F.E. Mako Densing III, the Undersecretary of Department of Interior and Local Government. He will present the opportunities for local housing services from higher RAA for LGUs. And then after that, we also have our second presenter, Miss Maria Pamela P. Quezon, the Director 2, Local Fiscal Policy, Local Fiscal Policy Service of the Bureau of Internal Government Finance, of the Department of Finance. So she will discuss about the fund generation and fiscal management opportunities for expanded LGU housing. And the third presenter for this session would be Mr. Lawrence Ziller, the Vice President of Italian Chamber of Commerce in the Philippines. He will present the attractiveness of real estate investment in the Philippines for foreign buyers. So yun yung ating mga aabangan this session. I think ready na si Sir Ryan with their presentation. So back to you, Sir Ryan.
Thank you very much for that one, Sir Ryan. And apologies for that technical difficulty that we have just experienced. But anyway, let me just proceed now to our presentation proper. So just to give you an overview, of course, everyone is familiar naman siguro with regard to what is happening right now in terms of development here in Metro Manila. So first off that we would like to highlight is the ongoing construction of Metro Manila Subway, which is a 355 billion project by the government, which is expected to cater 370,000 passengers on a daily basis. And this project will definitely benefit our projects here in Metro Manila, like say, for example, here in Fort Bonifacio, which will have a three stations in total among the 17 stations that we will be having for this project. And this project, by the way, will be going through our um, Fort Bonifacio projects like in Uptown Bonifacio, as I've mentioned earlier. Then that will also go or will have a station located near McKinley West and McKinley Hill. Okay. So yep, so for we know, nag-start na yung excavation ng ano natin for Metro Manila subway. And yep, so in short period of time, probably around 2025 or 2026, we'll be experiencing and will take advantage of this project, definitely. So what's in it, of course, for our future clients, we all know naman, in real estate, whatever it is na development will greatly affect the appreciation value of our properties. Slide, please.
All right. Ayan. All right, Sir Ryan, are you there?
Sir
Ayun.
Ryan, yeah, sorry, we're really experiencing a technical
Yeah,
difficulty
pag live
right
talaga,
now.
sir. Pag live
Oh.
talaga, sir, hindi maiiwasan yan. So, go ahead, sir.
Yes.
Continue, sir.
Yes. So thank you again, Sir Ryan. So, sir, or everyone here, we are actually will experience another project by InfraCorp, which is a sister company of MegaWorld. So InfraCorp will have a 2-kilometer railway that will be connecting MRT Guadalupe Station down to our Uptown Bonifacio project. So this one will be catering 300 passengers or 350 passengers per trip, making it a total of between 60,000 to 100,000 commuters on a daily basis. So this is another project that we can look forward to in the future and we will be seeing in the future of Fort Bonifacio. So that one will be a 2-kilometer train that, as far as I know, it will be somehow connected to the ongoing project in Makati, which is its subway. So somehow it will be connected in that area. And another project that actually just recently opened is the BGC Ortigas Link Bridge. So this one was opened last or operational na siya last June. So it is a connection between the Ortigas Business District and of course BGC. So from a 30 to 45 minutes na travel time between Fort Bonifacio and Ortigas, right now it's reduced to 10 to 12 minutes only via this link bridge. And of course, the Lawton Avenue Road Widening Project, this is one of the highlights as well. Before it used to be a 4 lane, but it's already a 6 lane right now. This will be connecting BGC down to Terminal 3. So it's in the last stage right now. So this area specifically are located in the McKinley Hill and McKinley West project. Next slide. Then another a very promising project that we can look forward to is the new Senate building of the Philippines. It will be targeted na maging complete by 2022 to 2023 by next year. And as far as I know, ongoing na yung excavation dito. At as far as I know, last year they already do a groundbreaking for the Philippine Senate. So it's a very nice building. Now down to our project proper, which is the McKinley West. So McKinley West, as I've mentioned, is one of the projects by Mega World Corporation. This one is strategically located right across McKinley Hill. And this one is actually close or just right beside Forbes Park, Manila Polo Club, and this one is conceptualized by an international architectural firm, Broadway Malayan. So this project in total is a 34.5 hectare development with 3 residential buildings and 1 residential village with an existing of 7 office buildings. So Park McKinley West. So Park McKinley West is the latest project that we are offering. It's on a pre-selling stage right now. We are offering it on a very, very nice promo term. So should you have clients looking forward to invest here in Fort Bonifacio, this is the very perfect project to offer. Now, what you're seeing in your screen right now is the location map of Park McKinley West, or I should say the map of Fort Bonifacio in total. So in your upper left corner is where McKinley West is located. Then right across to that is the McKinley Hill, and the in the upper right hand area or is where the Forbes Town Center, which are the first projects that we have, like the Bellagio and Forbes Wood Park Lane and Forbes Wood Heights. Then on the lower portion or the upper portion of Fort Bonifacio is where our Uptown Bonifacio project is located. So if you notice, Park McKinley West is actually just a close proximity to our airport, which is the NAIA Terminal 3. It will be just around 10 minutes travel, actually. Next slide. So this is the site development plan of Park or of McKinley West project. So the first part is the residential area, which is the McKinley West Village. Right now, it's already sold out. And this one, guys, would you believe it was sold out for only like 10 days time when it was launched? So another residential project that we have is San Moritz Private Estate, which offers 2 and 3 bedrooms only. It's a low density project that we offer with a rent to own terms right now of with 10% spot down and 10% spread for 2 years and 80% spread for for bank financing on the 3rd year. Another project that we have here is the Albany, Kingsley, and Yorkshire Villa, which is only a total of 64 units per villa. So we only offer 2 bedrooms, 3 bedrooms, and a 4 bedroom penthouse for this project. This project, by the way, this is the only project that offers a um, 2 bedroom, which is around 123 square meters. And that is also about to be turned over with all furnishings and collaborations with top-notch European brands when it comes to deliverables. And as what I have mentioned earlier, the perfect project if you have clients looking to invest on a pre-selling stage is Park McKinley West. So it's a two-cluster development composed of 4 towers. So that would be a twin tower per cluster. So right now we are actually selling towers A, B, and C. So it's a 25-story high building with 2 commercial podiums at the ground floor area. So the tower A will be targeted to be turned over by 2024. Same goes for tower B. And tower C is targeted to be turned over by September 30, 2025. So we have unit types to offer here. So unit types are actually being delivered fully finished and semi-furnished. Like say, for example, for a 1 bedroom unit type, which is a 35 square meter, it comes with a modular closet for your bedroom. Then for the common toilet and bath, it's fully finished. That comes with, of course, all sanitary fittings. Now for the kitchen and toilet, it comes with the mechanical ventilation. Then there will also be a 2-burner cooktop with range hood. And the unit will be delivered as well with a split type air conditioning unit. So this particular project will also offer a 2-bedroom unit, which is at 106 square meters to 110 square meters. So for the master's bedroom, it comes with, of course, it has its own toilet and bath with its own modular closet. And the difference between this one to the 1-bedroom unit is that this unit will have a 4-burner cooktop plus oven included in the deliverables. Another unit type is a 3-bedroom unit, which is at 119 square meters. So this one naman in difference with the 2-bedroom, this one comes with a maid's room and of course a bigger space as well. So the bigger cots are actually located on the higher level for this particular project. Another unit type that we can offer is a 3-bedroom penthouse unit, which is located either in the 24th or the 25th floor. So it comes with a walk-in closet with the masters having its own toilet and with bathtub, and of course all the deliverables plus a powder room. So the one that you're seeing right now is a typical floor layout of our 3-bedroom penthouse unit with a total of 212 square meters. So all units in this particular project has its own balcony. And the good thing about this project is that when it comes to the view, there is no blockage at all because it will be facing the greenery of Forbes Park area and the Makati skyline. So that's one of the highlights of this project. Another unit offering that we have is a 4-bedroom penthouse unit with a total area of 229 square meters. So again, it will be delivered fully finished, and for the projects, and semi-furnished. So what's good about this particular unit is that um, the there are no big walls or big beams for each of the projects that we offer. So this one will also offer a double door opening from going in from the hallway. So as you notice, so it's a very good unit offering. And right now, this one around another unit type that we can offer is a 5-bedroom unit, penthouse unit that will be located, again, it's either on the 25th or the 24th floor of this project. So it has a plus one actually with what is being experienced right now by the world. So it has an offering space for an office setup. So should you have clients looking to invest in a particular setup, we can offer this 5-bedroom penthouse unit. All right, so this one will give you a perfect view of Makati skyline and BGC skyline as well. So all this information, we can send it to you. Just let us know. Just send us your email addresses. You can reach us via Viber group or our Facebook group later on. So this project basically will have a almost complete type of amenities to deliver, like, of course, swimming pool, yoga room. And right now, as you can see, we are on the civil works for this particular project. The project is in full swing construction, despite of the pandemic that we are experiencing right now. So there you go, ladies and gentlemen. So that's the update. Now, what's very nice about this project is that for the very first time, this is the lowest payment options that that Mega World Fort Bonifacio has to offer. Say for example, for units located in Tower 1 and Tower A and Tower B, it can go as low as 17,000 per month. Or if that will be then there will be just a lump sum of 2.5% at the end of the year, or there can be a straight monthly payment of 35,000. Actually, this is a very limited promo. We just released this one for this month because prior to this particular promo, for a 1-bedroom, it is being offered with a monthly amortization of around 650 to 60,000. Now, another promo terms that we would like to offer to you and to your client is the unit that we offer in Tower C that is payable for 60 months. So for option 1, for a straight monthly payment, we can offer a 1-bedroom unit at only 28,000 per month. Or we can have also a lower monthly amortization, which is a 14,000 peso per month. That will be for 5 years spread with a lump sum of around 80 to 160,000 pesos every end of the year. So basically, the promo terms that we offer for this particular project is a 20% equity or 20% down payment split in either 4 years to 5 years time. And you might be wondering, this particular project is actually I would say, the most affordable project here in Fort Bonifacio in terms of pricing per square meter. So there's no other projects that can top the pricing of Park McKinley West here. So I hope you consider Park McKinley West as part of your listings to offer to your clients. that is looking to invest here in Fort Bonifacio and with Mega World Corporation? So Park McKinley West, Life Beyond Limits. So I guess, Sir Ryan, that's it for me from our team. So should the participants here for today have any concerns or inquiries about this one, they're interested in this one, feel free to reach us here at Mega World Fort Bonifacio.
All right. Thank you, Sir Ryan Artokaya from Mega World Corporation and his team. Thank you for the presentation. I'm sure madaming brokers and other sellers will contact you now sa mga projects na present niyo. Thank you again, Sir Ryan and the Mega World Corporation.
Thank you, Sir Ryan, and thank you, Andrea, for letting us be part of your event for today. Have a nice day, everyone. Happy selling, everyone.
Thank you again, our friends from Mega World Corporation. So from the first presentation, now we move on to the next one. So we have our friends from Lessandra to do their live product project presentation. We have Michelle Abadinas Serondo, the Mindanao cluster head for Lessandra. Ma'am Michelle?
Yan. Hi, Sir Ryan. Hello, everyone.
Good morning. Good morning, Miss.
Good morning. In business, it's always morning. Ayan, so good morning, everyone. I am Michelle, Marketing Head of Lessandra Mindanao. It is my pleasure today to walk you through one of the most innovative and formidable housing brands in the country, which is Lessandra. So we at Lessandra provides Filipinos affordable and quality housing nationwide with our projects available in more than 40 communities. So I'll be sharing with you the top reasons why Lessandra is the best home and real estate investment for you. Ayan. So as you can see in our screen, first we have there, easy to own housing. Lessandra provide flexible and easy payment terms to suit the buyers and investors' financial schedule. So we provide also digital tools so you can reserve your home easily via online. You can reserve your home wherever you are through our Lessandra online reservation portal. So it is also convenience viewing Lessandra homes in our Lessandra virtual home tours in our website. So second, we also have Maaliwalas community. So in all Lessandra communities, you can breathe in a surge of freshness and aliwalas feeling in your own space and in the community while enjoying the community amenities. Ayan, of course, we also have accessible locations. So our communities are strategically located in progressive areas near to schools. We also have medical facilities, churches, transport networks, and commercial establishments. So we also have affordable homes. We have affordable home packages, and together with our flexible payment schemes, our homes make a fitting and ideal real estate investment, especially for our overseas Filipinos. Ayan, sa ating mga OFWs. And we also have assurance of safety. So when it comes to safety and security, our communities have station and rooming guards 24/7. Yes. So, and the last one, of course, lucrative investment. So get the best returns in Lessandra homes through, ayan, next tayo for our slide. Ayan, so the steady income generation through rentals and leases, through also the value appreciation. So boosted by the quality of our properties and their strategic locations given. So as a real estate investment, it also provides long-term financial stability and retirement security. Ayan. So last but certainly not the least, on top of the income opportunities I have discussed from your Lessandra home, it serves the purpose of a primary home and settlement for you and your family. Ayan. So beyond homes, every Lysandra community integrates homeowners' lifestyle needs in every aspect. So bringing opportunities and allowing the homeowners to live their lives to the fullest. So to further see what Lysandra has to offer, let's all watch this video.
Lysandra comes from the most trusted in the home building industry, Vista Land. Present in more than 40 areas nationwide and growing, Lysandra confidently prides itself as a key player in the real estate industry, ensuring a convenient, safe, and secured life for every Lysandra homeowner. You are surely close to all the progress in each Lysandra affordable housing lot projects. First, we have Lysandra in North Luzon, a region that sits in the northern portion of the Philippines, the seat of economic and political center of the country, a source of different root crops and vast selection of delicacies, the land of beautiful destinations and places to visit and explore. This is Lysandra North Luzon. Here are the major road developments in Lysandra North Luzon. First, we have North Luzon East Expressway, a 4-lane 92.1-kilometer long limited-access toll expressway on the island of Luzon in the Philippines, specifically in Santa Maria, San Ildefonso, and Nueva Ecija. We also have the North Luzon Expressway, which is 27 minutes away from Baliwag via Santa Rita exit, 19 minutes away from Malolos, and 13 minutes away from Bulacan via Tabang Plaridel exit, and just 6 minutes away from Mapalit via San Simon exit. We also have the Subic-Clark-Tarlac Expressway, which is 30 minutes away from Capas, 50 minutes away from Tarlac, and 1.5 hours from Nueva Ecija. And we also have the Tarlac-Pangasinan-La Union Expressway, which is 1 hour and 20 minutes from Nueva Ecija, 50 minutes away from Capas, and just 20 minutes away from Tarlac. And of course, we have the Central Luzon Link Expressway that is currently under construction in the Central Luzon region that will connect the SCTEX and TPLEX to the currently under construction North Luzon East Expressway in Cabanatuan towards San Jose, Nueva Ecija. We also have 4 airports in Lysandra North Luzon. First is the New Manila International Airport, which is an hour away from Baliwag, Apalit, and Santa Maria, 20 minutes away from Bulacan, and 30 minutes away from Malolos. We also have Clark International Airport, which is 1.5 hours away from Malolos, an hour away from Mapalit and Tarlac, and just 35 minutes away from Capas. We also have Kawayan Airport, which is 40 minutes away from Santiago and just 9 minutes away from Kawayan. And of course, we have Tuguegarao Airport, located along Maharlika Highway and just 7 minutes away from Tuguegarao. We also have the Malolos-Clark Railway that is currently being constructed to connect Malolos to Clark Economic Zone and Clark International Airport in Central Luzon. And for our terminal hubs, we have SM Terminal and Victory Liner in Tuguegarao. For Lysandra Kawayan and Santiago, we have Santiago City Central Transport Terminal, SM Terminal, and Victory Liner. We also have Cabanatuan Central Terminal located in Nueva Ecija. And we also have Motorway Bus Stop and Victory Liner in Tarlac. We also have PNR North Malolos Station in Lysandra, Malolos, P2P Bus Terminal in Santa Maria and Malolos, and Victory Liner in Napalit. For Baliwag area, we have SM Baliwag Center Terminal, Baliwag Transit Terminal, and Golden Bee Terminal. For Valenzuela, Caloocan, we have BGC Integrated Bus Terminal and Star Mall SJD and Transport Terminal in San Jose del Monte. For commercial hubs, we have SM Tarlac, Walter Mart, and City Mall located in Tarlac, Save More Supermarket in Lysandra, Apalit. We also have an ongoing All Home in Bulacan and an operational Vista Mall in Malolos. We also have SM City in Baliwag, All Home in San Ildefonso, and Vista Mall in Santa Maria. And for San Jose del Monte, we have SM City, Star Mall, Wilcon Depot, and Altaraza Town Center. We also have All Home and Coffee Project in Lysandra, Gapan, Walter Mart, SM, SNR, and an ongoing Vista Mall in Cabanatuan. For Isabela area, we have an operational all-home and proposed coffee project in Santiago, SM, Primark, and Central Mall in Kawayan. And of course, for Tuguegarao, we have SM, Robinson's Mall, Save More, and Pure Gold. The Sandra projects in North Luzon bridges progress and ageless beauty. Strategically situated, accessible to terminal hubs, and close to all the conveniences. Being a one-of-a-kind community, Lysandra North Luzon thrives in providing quality and affordable housing lots, supporting every aspiring homeowner to start their journey towards their future homes. Strategically planned to be located in an ideal place, every Lysandra homeowner has a convenient and worry-free life inside this maaliwalas community from its 100% accessibility. Next, we have Lysandra in South Luzon. Lying southeast of Manila, the provinces that make up southern Luzon are home to some of the country's most popular tourist destinations. Not very far from the sprawl of Metro Manila, it provides a variety of tourist spots, from heritage towns to luxurious beach resorts. And of course, a growing ecotourism destination, this is Lysandra South Luzon. Here are the major road developments in Lysandra South Luzon. First, we have Cavitex, which is only 30 minutes away from Lysandra Tanza, and with this Cavite Expressway, Lysandra Tanza is just 45 minutes away from Mall of Asia. We also have South Luzon Expressway, in which access from Metro Manila going to the provinces of Calabarzon region is now very convenient. Lysandra Tanza can be accessed through Carmona exit, Lysandra Calamba by Mayapa exit, and Lysandra Santo Tomas through Santo Tomas exit. We also have the SLEX TR4, an extension of SLEX from Santo Tomas, Batangas to Lucena, Quezon, in which entry and exit point is only 5 minutes away from Lysandra Santo Tomas in Batangas, and end point is also 5 minutes away from Lysandra, Quezon. We also have Star Tollway, which is connected to SLEX, shortening further the travel time between Manila and Batangas. It passes through Santo Tomas, Tanawan, Malvar, Lipa, San Jose, Ibaan, and Batangas City. We also have Quezon Ecotourism Road. This Eco Road reduced travel time from Lucena, Quezon to San Juan, Batangas by 30 minutes. We also have 3 airports in South Luzon. First, we have Sangli Airport located in Sangli Point, Cavite City, which is only 45 minutes away from Lysandra Tanza. Next, we have Naga City Airport, which is only 10 minutes away from Lysandra Pili. And lastly, we have an ongoing Bicol International Airport, which is an hour away from Lysandra Sorsogon. We also have Batangas International Port, a cargo and passenger terminal serving major industries of South Luzon. This is also a gateway for passengers to access Romblon, Mindoro, and Caticlan. Batangas International Port is just 15 minutes away from Lysandra, Batangas. For terminal hubs, we have the Sena City Grand Terminal near Lysandra, Quezon in Tayabas City, SM City Grand Terminal in Calamba, Alps Bus Transport Terminal in San Juan, and Batangas City Grand Terminal in Lysandra, Batangas. We also have CBD Terminal in Lysandra, Pili. And of course, for Lysandra Sorsogon, we have Sorsogon City Grand Terminal. For commercial hubs, we have Vista Mall, Pure Gold, and proposed SM in Lysandra Tanza. We also have Walter Mart in Calamba and Isabang Town Center, Wilcon Depot, Pacific Mall, and SM Lucena in Lysandra, Quezon. For Lysandra Santo Tomas, we have Pure Gold, Walter Mart, the Lifestyle Strip Mall, an ongoing all-home, coffee project, and SM City. We also have the outlets at Lipa, Robinson's Supermarket, and SNR in Lysandra Malvar. For Lysandra San Juan, we have Pure Gold Jr. And for Lysandra in Batangas City, we have SM Hypermarket and Central Mall. We also have Vista Mall Naga in Lysandra, Pili, and SM City Sorsogon in Lysandra, Sorsogon. Enjoy a fun-filled lifestyle and explore different hobbies right in the middle of the ever-developing Lysandra projects in South Luzon. These Angat communities emerge as indeed the destinations to visit with the commercial establishments and tourist attractions near. Turn your house and lot into a home at Lysandra South Luzon and start a new Aliwalas life with its progress and vibrant culture. If you are looking for an affordable house and lot for sale in South Luzon, Lysandra is the perfect community for you. Next, we have Lysandra in Visayas. a major island and cultural grouping in the midsection of the Philippines, nearly every part of the region has some fine beaches along its coasts, some fine diving areas including many coral reefs teeming with life, and some interesting historic buildings. This is Lysandra, Visayas. For airports, first, we have Bacolod Silay Airport, which is only 30 minutes away from Lysandra in Bacolod. Next, we also have Dumaguete Airport, which is only 30 minutes away from Lysandra in Dumaguete. And of course, we have Bantayan Island Airport, which is 1.5 hours away from Lysandra, Bogo, and the soon-to-rise Medellin International Airport, which is only 15 minutes away from Lysandra, Bogo. We also have Daniel Romualdez Airport, which is only 15 minutes away from Lysandra, Palo. We also have the Port of Bogo, which is only 5 minutes away from Lysandra, Bogo. And for Dumaguete City, we have Dumaguete Port, which is only 20 minutes away from Lysandra, Dumaguete. For terminal hubs, we have the Ceres Bus Terminal in Bacolod City. And for Lysandra in Bogo, we have the new bus terminal. We also have Tacloban New Transport Terminal in Lysandra, Palo. For commercial hub, we have a proposed Robinson's Mall in Lysandra, Bogo. We also have Robinson's Mall in Lysandra, Dumaguete. For Lysandra, Palo, we have Robinson's Tacloban North and SM Save More. And for Lysandra in Bacolod City, we have SM City and Robinson's Mall. We also have the Rizal Boulevard and the Belfry Tower in Lysandra, Dumaguete. And for Lysandra, Palo, we have MacArthur Landing Memorial Park. We also have Lysandra in Iloilo, considered also as one of the hot projects here in Lysandra. For commercial hubs, we have an operational Vista Mall with Metrobus, SM Iloilo, Robinson's Mall, and City Mall. We also have the Iloilo Convention Center, which is only 10 minutes away from Lysandra in Iloilo. And Iloilo International Airport, which is only 23 minutes away from our project. For terminal hubs, we have Pavia Transport Terminal and New People's Terminal. Welcome to the warm and friendly community, Lysandra in Visayas. Lysandra in Bacolod, Dumaguete, Bogo, and Palo offer a life of progress and aliwalas every single day. Lysandra offers a home environment that lives up to the city's reputation, a place where you can easily reside and retire at. Lysandra in Visayas assures a life that resonates with the perfect blend of angat and aliwalas. Life is truly made easier and more convenient by Lysandra, Visayas. Join the Lysandra community and build your own angat future. Next, we also have Lysandra in Mindanao, also commonly known as the Southern Philippines and considered as the major breadbasket of the country, with 8 of the top 10 agri-commodities exported from the Philippines coming from there. The land of promise, this is Lysandra in Mindanao. Here are the airports in Lysandra, Mindanao. First, we have the General Santos International Airport, which is only 30 minutes away from Lysandra, Jensen. We also have the Laguindingan Airport, which is an hour away from Lysandra in Cagayan de Oro. And of course, we have the Port of General Santos, which is only 30 minutes away from Lysandra, Jensen. For terminal hubs, we have Bulaang Bus Terminal and Lysandra General Santos. And for Lysandra Coronadal, we have Coronadal New Bus Terminal and Yellow Bus Line. For commercial hubs, we have All Home, City Mall, Ace Center Point, G Mall, and a proposed Robinson's Mall in Lysandra Coronadal. We also have SM City, Robinson's Place, Gaisano Mall, and Veranza in Lysandra General Santos. And of course, for Lysandra in Cagayan de Oro, we have Vista Place, All Home, Coffee Project, SM Uptown, and Gaisano Mall. We also have an upcoming project in General Santos, the Lysandra Trails Jensen. Wake up daily in the Maliwalas community of Lysandra in Mindanao. With a premium conveniences offered, Lysandra Coronadal, General Santos, and Cagayan de Oro brings the residents' lifestyle to a level beyond the usual. Invest in a quality and affordable house and lot here and enjoy your own Maliwala space in this prime location. If you are looking for an affordable house and lot for sale in Mindanao, Lysandra is a community you would love to live in, bringing comfort and convenience to a notch higher. Present in more than 40 areas nationwide and growing, Lysandra confidently prides itself as a key player in the real estate industry. ensuring a convenient, safe, and secured life for every Lysandra homeowner. With every homeowner in mind, Lysandra made sure that all its communities exhibit an angat and aliwalas life. The affordable housing lot offerings, coupled with accessibility and community amenities, guarantee that every Filipino can lead a truly satisfying life. More than building houses and communities nationwide, Lysandra can definitely turn your dream into reality.
There you have it, Sir Ryan and everyone. So, Lysandra communities are indeed master planned for the best interest of our homeowners. So, elevating Filipino lives by providing the dream homes they deserve and bringing forth convenience, accessibility, and affordability has been Lysandra's mission since day one. So we are beyond proud to provide you and your family an angat and aliwalas life dahil dito sa Lysandra, angat ka. So you may visit our website at lysandra.com.ph and follow all our Lysandra official social media accounts. And of course, Sir Ryan, for questions and inquiries, they may also visit our booth, Lysandra, in this conference. So our marketing and digital team are ready to assist you today. So again, thank you everyone and enjoy the rest of the conference.
All right. Angat na angat talaga tayo with Lysandra. Thank you, Ma'am Mitch Abad, for that wonderful presentation of the Lysandra project. Anyways, guys, so stay tuned with our next session to be followed by 2:15. Thank you.
They say that with place comes destiny. Where you are is who you are. The lakeshore welcomes you with open arms. La 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 la. The lakeshore is one of the few places in Central Imagine an amazing 12-hectare lake at the heart of it all. Reignite your passion for living and
still in all I'm happy. The reason is you see, once in a while along the way, love's been good to me.
Right in your pocket. Experience the magic of transforming your spaces in just a few taps. Share the excitement. Make your dream space a reality. Express your creativity with the Davis Color Studio app. Download now.
In the summer of 1989, MegaWorld entered the real estate market with the goal to redefine and revolutionize the industry. Since then, MegaWorld has become the leader in residential condominiums and BPO offices. Today, the company has an international marketing network that spans continents. MegaWorld lends its expertise and experience to the transformation of the urban landscape and the enrichment of lives. Since its conception, Chairman and CEO Dr. Andrew Tan had a vision.
My vision is to give customers the very best value for their real estate investment. We at MegaWorld do this by offering them better lives in the communities we create.
His innovative entrepreneurial spirit brought about the creation of the Township, a pioneering real estate concept that would give birth to MegaWorld's now famous live, work, play, learn lifestyle. MegaWorld Townships offer convenience and luxury in the very best locations. Here, residences, offices, lifestyle malls, theaters, dining destinations, retail shops, wellness centers, and schools converge. Townships spur economic activity, promoting business growth and social vibrancy in the surrounding areas. The Eastwood City Township, launched in 1996, was the first of MegaWorld's many landmark achievements. Now, the cyber city of McKinley Hill in Taguig City and the tourism-oriented Newport City in Pasay City are townships synonymous to complete and integrated living. MegaWorld's reach has also extended to other parts of the metro, where cities are enjoying newfound energy. The Mactan New Town, rising in Cebu, will be the first large-scale township in the Visayas, another real estate milestone made possible by the company. Innovation, convenience, luxury, value. All these are privileges of the live, work, play, learn lifestyle that MegaWorld offers in its master plan developments. MegaWorld, making your world bigger and better.
Lysandra comes from the most trusted in the home building industry, Vista Land. Present in more than 40 areas nationwide and growing, Lysandra confidently prides itself as a key player in the real estate industry, ensuring a convenient, safe, and secured life for every Lysandra homeowner. You are surely close to all the progress in each Lysandra affordable house and lot projects. With every homeowner in mind, Lysandra made sure that all its communities exhibit an angat and aliwalas life. The affordable and house and lot offerings, coupled with accessibility and community amenities, guarantee that every Filipino can lead a truly satisfying life. More than building houses and communities nationwide, Lysandra can definitely turn your dream into reality.
Ayala Land is committed to the nation's progress, building our shared future, building strong communities that can thrive in the most trying times, creating livelihoods, and caring for people under any circumstance, and continually advancing the principles of sustainable development. Looking back on this last year, it's hard to believe how much has changed, how unrecognizable our world has become. 2020 was unlike anything we'd ever experienced, and it transformed our lives in ways we hadn't expected. Yet the many challenges we had to overcome have also given rise to new opportunities. While pushing forward in the midst of a global pandemic. First ensured that the people who make our work possible, the customers we've continued to serve throughout the crisis, and the communities that we pledged to aid, were provided with all the support they needed. Standing with them in their most difficult hour, going the extra mile, and easing their many burdens through courage, compassion, and commitment. Pressing ever onwards, Ayala Land is primed for growth, promoting active communities by adapting to new norms, cultivating business and lifestyle through residential efforts, and continuing to offer amazing experiences safely. All of which have served the Filipino well and helped improve their lives. Ayala Land continues to spur centers of growth through its diverse offerings.
Good afternoon, Mr. Chairman. Good afternoon, everybody.
Making bold strides in spite of the struggles, so that our momentum today carries into tomorrow.
Good afternoon, Sir Obet.
Good afternoon, Sir Archie. Good afternoon, Chairman Benny. Good afternoon, everybody else.
Champion sustainability
Oh, VP Jovi
as a means
Tupas.
of
Good afternoon.
strengthening the local economy.
Good afternoon, Architect Nestor. Hi. Good afternoon, everybody.
Good afternoon.
Having pioneered
Yeah,
Present.
good to see you. Present.
Ay, Secretary Obet, kumusta?
Buti naman po. Thank you. Thank you very much. Good to see you. I've been uploading all your achievements, making us all proud. Thank you. Glad to be part of this effort. Congratulations on your leadership with the Chairman, President, Chairman Marita, Gali. And Ria is really going places. Admirable. I really applaud you all. Galing.
Fostering
Congratulations.
as well as culture and the arts, and providing the utmost value
We were starting at 2 o'clock, ano?
and society. By investing in people and ensuring that our partners prosper, we're able
Good afternoon, Madam President. Hey, congratulations to all of
Nandun
you.
kami sa breakout room kanina.
Ah,
Gumawa
oo
ng
nga.
breakout room po. Ay, si Architect Mangyo. Good afternoon po.
Good afternoon, President May.
Yeah.
Congratulations, ha? Very successful.
Congratulations sa atin po, sa lahat.
Galing.
Ang ganda po
Chairman Benny.
Opo. Ang ganda kanina nung kay Senator Tolentino. Maganda.
Yeah.
Ni-recognize si Andrea po.
Unang ginaoras nila.
Oo nga po.
That was a good question. What part of it?
Time check, 2 p.m. Archie, we are now live on Facebook. You can do a silent.
Hello, yes, welcome back everyone to the afternoon session of the International Housing Fiesta Filipinas, or IHFF. We are being watched also on our floor, which you can access on the links that were sent to you. That is where the booths, the stages, and all of our housing exhibitors can be seen worldwide. So have your seats on hold as we continue to our afternoon session buong-buo po ang ating afternoon with a lot of speakers. So let's have Mr. Jovi Tupas, our VP for Internal Affairs, again, to introduce our first speaker.
Okay, thank you very much. To introduce our first speaker. Our speaker is widely known as an activist, pro-poor advocate, and an environmentalist. He is a CPA and a certified management accountant in Australia. He finished his master in business administration with a gold medal for academic distinction at the Ateneo Graduate School of Business under the Regis University Executive MBA program. He placed 16th out of the 9,900 examinees in the 2016 licensure examination for real estate brokers. Prior to joining the Duterte administration, he was the Chief Executive Officer, Chief Finance Officer, and sat in the board of a number of corporations. He is also a professor of financial management and accounting at the Ateneo Graduate School of Business. He is a recipient of the following recognition: Most Outstanding Student Leadership Medal, De La Salle University's 10 Outstanding Young Men, Most Outstanding Student Legislator, International Champion Debater on Human Rights, 10 Outstanding Movers of the Philippines in 2017, Aliw Broadcasting Company's DWIZ 882 Public Service Award in 2017, Pillars of Youth Leadership Award in 2018 by the Parliament of Youth Leaders. As the DILG Undersecretary for Operations, he also supervises the following services: the Planning Service, Information System and Technology Management Service, Financial Management Services, Administrative Services. He also supervises the Program Management Office of the Resettlement Governance, Bantay Corruption Program, Beach Tourism Management Team, and the Manila Bay Conservation and Rehabilitation Program. He is also the DILG IATF Focal on Validation and Screening Committee. He is also the DILG Chairman and the DILG Focal on the National Vaccine and Immunization Program. He was widely known for spearheading and defending the Boracay Island rehabilitation. Ladies and gentlemen, please help me welcome Yusek Epimaco V. Densing III, the Undersecretary for Operations of the DILG. Good morning and welcome, Yusek Densing.
Isang magandang araw sa inyong lahat. Allow me to congratulate the organizers of this International Housing FIESTA Filipinas, the Narea Group, led by our President, Madam Imelda Magtoto. Indeed, this worthwhile endeavor provides for an avenue for discussion on how to strengthen public-private partnership, even or with government and the private sector in the area of housing. With the changing times, a lot has been affected with the pandemic. Both the government and private sector has had the need to rethink and restructure our plans and policies to ensure that basic services are continuously brought down to the grassroots and to many of our fellow Filipinos. Now more than ever, there is a need for government to partner with the private sector to ensure that we reach our objective. One of the major developments in the local government is the implementation of the Mandanas-Garcia ruling that has strengthened the local government units by providing more opportunities for them to ensure that they are given an opportunity to provide more to our fellow Filipinos. Maybe I should, with all due respect, we can request for a presentation of some of my slides. Thank you. The Mandanas-Garcia ruling is based on a petition filed in court by Governors Dodo Mandanas of Batangas and the late Congressman and Bataan Governor Tet Garcia. They challenged the basis of the Internal Revenue Allotment computation under the Local Government Code. In the past, the ERA is computed by taking into consideration the 40%, the ERA of 40% comes from the national income tax collected by the national government. And with this ruling, it has changed the whole landscape of the allotment of the internal revenue allotment of local governments. The Supreme Court ruled in favor of Governor Mandanas and Garcia as it opined that the basis for the just share of local government units must include all national taxes and not just the national internal revenue taxes. Therefore, the computations for the ERA ought to consider customs duties and other taxes. The final Supreme Court ruling, which was issued on June 10, 2019, shall have a prospective application. Therefore, no arrears since 1992 will be paid for to the local government units. However, the adjusted allotment will be given to LGU starting with the 2020 budget cycle, the 2022 budget cycle, using the 2020 tax and other revenue collections of the national government. Recently, the President issued Executive Order number 138. This was signed by the President last June 1, saying that the functions, services, and facilities which shall be fully devolved from the national government to the LGUs, not later than the end of fiscal year 2024, shall include those indicated under Section 17 of Republic Act number 7160 and other existing laws, which subsequently devolved the functions or many functions to the from the national government to the local government units. This is provided in Section 17 of the Local Government Code, which identified all functions that should have been devolved to the local government as early as 1991, when the Republic Act 7160 or the Local Government Code was signed into law. The EO will have these effects. One is delineate the roles of the national and local governments, jumpstart the preparation of devolution transition plans, establish a growth equalization fund to address the vertical and horizontal fiscal imbalance across LGUs, the creation of an interagency committee on devolution to be headed by the executive secretary to monitor and evaluate the implementation by 2025. The incentives for LGUs with approved local shelter plans. This is something that has to be recognized right now, this devolution. Cities and municipalities are now encouraged, even before, to update their CLUPs and finalize their LSPS for final approval. LGUs with approved local shelter plans may partner with developers associations to undertake socialized housing projects moving forward. This would then form part of the property developers' socialized housing compliance under the law. A MOA between the Department of Human Settlements and Urban Development, or the DSUD, and the Subdivision and Housing Developers Association also triggered the implementation of the LSP-initiated projects by various LGUs. The MOA promotes collaboration between the government and the private sector in building decent, affordable, sustainable, and resilient socialized housing units throughout the country. For LGUs to qualify under the socialized housing compliance of the government, an approved LSP or local shelter plan is mandatory. Likewise, the LGU must have available land for housing development and should have established a local housing board to take the lead in all housing concerns and projects with both the CLUP and the LSP in place. The LGU is now ready to execute its housing development plans. For the reforms under the updated Philippine Development Plan from 2017, this is the range of 2017 to 2022. With respect to regional development, a major initiative to decongest urban areas is the Balik Probinsya Bagong Pag-asa program, or the BP2. The program encourages Metro Manila residents, especially informal settlers, to return to their provinces moving forward. And this was a program which was initiated during the pandemic last year. The BP2 program will provide assistance for transportation expenses, living, housing, and education, among others. These investments will reduce inequality in the quality of life across the various regions. Especially so, it will really decongest the highly urbanized cities, especially here in the National Capital Region, because many of our kababayans will now go to the provinces where they can continue their lives. And housing is a very important component in that Return or that Balik Probinsya program. The National Spatial Strategy, or the NSS, will provide the implementation of the BP2 program by providing the trends in settlement development and the roles of various urban centers in the country. These will inform more detailed planning and analysis of BP2 interventions, such as the possible locations of agri-industrial areas, housing projects, and infrastructure facilities that will address the immediate needs of communities, the connectivity among urban centers and production centers, and other critical spatial functions that will determine comparative advantages of specific areas. Hence, the need for building safe, resilient, and sustainable communities. This shifts the focus from socialized housing to human settlements development in line with the new urban agenda of developing integrated neighborhoods and sustainable communities. The creation of the DSUD through Republic Act 11201 is a major reform to effect better policy and program coordination, reform advocacy, and implementation. In this case, when we do our housing program, we look at it in an integrated perspective. Rather than just creating or building the houses, we're looking at the possibility of creating communities, not just houses. The urgency to address the growing need for adequate housing in well-planned communities has never been a matter of survival until the country confronted this COVID-19 pandemic. Moving forward, the housing and urban development sector will pursue building safe, resilient, and sustainable communities through the building adequate and livable communities. Affordability and inclusivity of Filipino communities through the Balay program is important. The Balay is the multi-stakeholder partnership platform of the DSUD and its attached corporations with the private sector. The local government units and the communities are all doing this together with the national government and the private sector, which actually aims at expanding access to housing opportunities by accelerating housing production, enhancing housing affordability, especially for low-income groups, and ensuring livability and sustainability of human settlements delivered through direct and indirect assistance. The Department of Housing, or the DSUD, will also allow the utilization of the housing escrow funds to cover the cost of land development with reduced project costs. The expected monthly amortization to be paid by buyer beneficiaries will be more affordable. The escrow funds can also be utilized by the LGUs and state universities and colleges if they intend to avail of the department's Balay Rental Housing Program. The strategies provided in the National Housing and Urban Development Sector Plan is something that has to be done immediately. The National Housing Urban Development Sector Plan is a 20-year roadmap presented by the Department of Human Settlements and Urban Development as it consolidates both ongoing and proposed strategy plans and programs of the DSUD, key shelter agencies, and other stakeholders. The plan envisions a sustainable housing and well-planned community for all Filipinos. It is also aligned with the national government's goals under the Philippine Development Plan from 2017 to 2022 and the Ambisyon Natin 2040. The DILG is a member of the technical working group that finalized this National Housing and Urban Development Sector Plan. As to urban planning and design, we have to ensure that urban plans and designs reflect the resilience, principles and processes and tools to address climate and disaster and other system-wide risk issues. There's a need for us to update the CLUP guidebooks to include technical guidance on resilience-focused urban planning and design approaches, the creation of HUD academies or institution of curricula in DIL through the DILG Local Government Academy, capacity building amongst LGUs for resilient urban plans and designs, development of guidelines for considering ridge-to-reef approach in barangay level plans, and the review and updating of CLUPs to incorporate pandemic response, including green economic recovery as a response to public health risks. on utilizing the urban systems approach and related innovations in the urban development process, the updating of the CLUP guidebooks include or should include compact development, mixed use, and social mix approaches to spatial development, the capacity development programs for LGUs, and more importantly, we have to continue with our approach to be able to ensure that these LGUs are capacitated in doing these urban development plans. We have to prioritize public space protection through the development of urban plans and designs, the management of urban expansion to prevent sprawl and preserve environmentally sensitive areas, which includes, again, some updating in the CLUP. We have to improve technical capacities of local government units to include the expansion of capacity development programs that should be integrated in the reduction of local, of course, the reduction of the GCG in the reduction in the local planning level, and capacity building programs to do transport planning and management and urban design. As to shelter, with respect to expansion, widening of access to land and housing for poor and low-income families, we have to strengthen the database management system that can be utilized at the barangay level for the updating of profiles and statistics of informal settler families. With respect to the need of shelter assistance, we have to capacitate and improve on our knowledge management for local government units in housing options, to guide also our local government units and their partners in the engagement of public-private partnerships to broaden housing options and ensure access to the most vulnerable must be provided. Part also is to use existing or underused government-owned lands should be utilized, and this has been a policy of the government of President Duterte, that underused government properties or lands must be properly used, especially if there's a need to use this for purposes of housing for the poor. There should be sustainability in the funding for housing. Local shelter plans or guidelines must be specifically updated and make a template of making affordable housing and analyzing it and how we will be able to implement such, including comprehensive database of all ISFs all over the country, and hopefully with additional housing in the various local government units with the added funding from the Mandanas Garcia ruling, the local governments may be able to fund this. Just to make mention, overall, from the 2021 budget of close to 700 billion pesos as internal revenue allotment, come 2022, the local governments will be expecting close to 1 trillion pesos in local government internal revenue allotments. The new term, by the way, is no longer ERA, but NTA or National Tax Allotments. On the development of inclusive, complete, and integrated settlements with adequate, safe, resilient, affordable housing and services, we need to update many of the guidelines of our CLUP to emphasize the implementation of inclusive and integrative housing, as well as socially inclusive and interconnected cities with improved mobility. Part of this is really to support economic growth that integrates marginalized and vulnerable sectors across urban-rural continuum. We should have a designation of a local economic development investment promotion officer in LGUs as per the LG Memorandum Circular 2020-167, which was updated last December 9, 2020. The local economic development investment promotion officer is very critical for us to be able to identify which specific areas in the LGU may be used for purposes of housing development, and for it to be able to promote such area and get investors or partners to develop the housing projects in the identified land area in the LGU. And more importantly, the ease of doing business as part of our policy as embodied in Republic Act 11032 is very important way to implement on a fast track basis the development of housing in the local government units. That's why it is important that the DALG, together with the LGU, the DTI, the ARTA, and all other stakeholders must be on board to ensure that there is proper and there is ease of doing business in the local government units, especially in getting our permits and licenses and construction permits in the development and the housing development programs. On the strengthening of governance framework, which is very important in the local government units, again, there's an emphasis on the establishment of local housing offices and local housing boards in all local government units. We have to have that development of comprehensive guidelines in the implementation and monitoring of local shelter plans, including the coordination mechanism between the national and local governments in the implementation process, including the progress of the housing development, the strengthening of functions of responsibilities of local housing boards, and the creation of local council against squatting syndicates and professional squatters in the local governments, and of course the capacity building programs or LGUs on subdivision plan approval and monitoring. The urban community is the ultimate target that must be looked at to be able to support the economic growth that is integrated in this whole program, and the marginalized and the vulnerable sectors across urban and rural continuum must be very clear in the mindset of our developers and the local government units. So in other words, there should be a review in the development and localization of the Climate Change Act and the Disaster Risk Reduction and Management Act to be integrated in the local economic development. Local economic diversification programs, including investments in a wider range of sectors and markets, must support activities encompassing micro to small, medium, and large enterprises. And of course, more importantly, we have to start with the promotion to be able to enable environment for local governments to have access to significant sources of tax and non-tax revenues to achieve revenue sufficiency and diversity. In other words, what we're saying is moving forward, when development is now transferred to the rural community because of the development of housing programs, we now will see many local government units who will not be limited to getting their national tax allotment as one revenue source only, but may now have various sources of revenues like construction permits, licensing and permits, more business licenses, and hopefully moving forward from many local government units where they are dependent on the national tax allotment, or again, the old term is IRA, of 90 to 100% of their of revenue or local revenue sources. They may now be able to make that diversification in getting or adding more sources from different sectors. So for the urban infrastructure, there should be an improvement in water and sanitation infrastructure, and again, moving more developments in housing in the rural areas or the undeveloped areas in many local government units is equally tantamount to developing many of the utilities infrastructure in those local government units. And we're talking about more electricity, more water, more sanitation infrastructure. This becomes an added or automatic development in the LGU when housing programs are now being moved forward by many LGUs with their increased capacity for development. Technical assistance for this matter, of course, will be very important. That's why the national government, through its various agencies and departments, and in this case, the Department of Housing, will have to have a forward-looking technical group to be able to make assistance to the local government units to be able to improve or develop its utilities infrastructure in the LGU. Furthermore, the focus again will be on the overall policy environment for better formulation in the implementation of this program through local governance. Again, at the end of the day, what is key here is our ability to manage housing programs in the local level. We are very quite in the loop of making sure that we monitor this allocation of the added budget of the many local government units because of the increase in their national tax allotment. On the average, the increase of the national tax allotment is around 30 to 35% increase. And again, we have to ensure that this money or this added funding or this added budget to the local governments will be used properly, and more importantly, used for the benefit of many of our Filipinos, especially so that there is now this policy shift to bring many housing developments in the local governments. And again, the Jumpstart is getting this added budget from the national government because of the positive or the granting of the petition made by Governor Mandanas, Governor Garcia, or the late Governor Garcia, and other local government officials. And we do hope that this movement or transfer of more budgets or allocation of national taxes to the local government will be a light at the end of the at the end of the tunnel, where until now we see that there is still we are still experiencing lack of housing projects or programs. And again, this is to the detriment of many of our Filipinos. And with more budgets coming to the local government units and more proactive approach in the development of housing projects and programs, together with other stakeholders in the industry, and specifically those from the national government and the private sector, I believe we will be able to at least cut by half in the next 3 to 5 years the housing requirements of our government, of our nation. Again, the estimate is still between 5 to 6 million. And again, with more money coming to the local government units, this could become a jump board for more projects and programs for housing, which may be done in the local government units. This policy development is a welcome change that we hope would be an avenue to promote sustainable programs in the grassroots, in the rural areas, and uplift our way of living and providing for more opportunities and services moving forward via our local government units. Much is now expected of our local governments, and it is paramount that we develop a strong partnership with the different sectors to ensure that these programs and policies are met. In other words, for us to do this, let's not leave this to government alone, whether national or local. We cannot also leave it to the private sector alone. It should be a partnership of all sectors involved in housing. We have to work together. We have to have a whole of nation approach in developing housing programs and giving more houses to our fellow Filipinos. Let us work together for a stronger nation. Alam niyo po, ang pinaka-importante dito ay kung gusto natin magkaroon ng tunay na pagbabago, tayo kailangan magsama-sama. Kaya nga sa pagsasalita natin ng tunay na pagbabago, ang kailangan nating sabihin ay tayo ang pagbabago. Tayo ang mga pamamaraan, tayo ang kadahilanan, at tayo ang mga importanteng mga players para makamit natin ang tunay na pagbabago. The genuine change that we would want to happen moving forward for our country and for our people. Maraming salamat po. Magandang araw. And again, congratulations to the organizers. Mabuhay po kayong lahat.
All right. Thank you so much, Undersecretary Epimaco Dinsing III, the Undersecretary of Department of Interior and Local Government, for that very insightful presentation. Let's now move on to the next part of our program to introduce our panelists for this session. May we call on the auditor of NREA, who has been with the pest control service industry for the past 30 years. She is currently the Chief Operating Officer of Mapicon Philippines Incorporated. She joined NREA, a one-stop organization, as a complementary service to the real estate industry, and she has a degree in financial management and a master's in business management from the University of the Philippines. Let's give a warm welcome to Ms. Ruth Marie Atienza.
Thank you very much. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
It is with great pleasure that I introduce our distinguished panelists for this session. Our first panelist is the principal architect of its architectural firm and president and chairman of Central Country Estate Incorporated, NS Manyo Construction and Development Corporation, McDonald's Lakeshore and Hotel Grease Lane in San Fernando, Pampanga, among others. He is a graduate of BS Architecture from the University of Santo Tomas and was once president of its Alumni Association. He was also an alumnus of the Graduate School of Design at Harvard University in Boston, where he took up advanced management and development program in real estate. He was voted model student of the class. He is a fellow of UAP, ArcAsia, and also a certified APEC architect. He was awarded PRC Professional of the Year in the field of architecture in the year 2006. He went into allied services of the architectural profession. He was one of the pioneers of design and build services, and he is now into real estate property development. His most prominent project is the Lakeshore Lake Resort residential community in Mexico, Pampanga, where he has received numerous awards, including Developer of the Year by CREBA and Best Design Community by HLURB, among others. Aside from his license as an architect, he is also a PRC licensed environmental planner, interior designer, and realtor. For government services, he was a former chairman of Clark International Airport, chairman of Clark Subic Development Council, a former director of the Bases Conversion Development Authority, Fort Bonifacio Corporation, and Clark Development Corporation. He was awarded the Medal of Honor by the International Real Estate Organization, FIA-BCI, based in Paris, France. He was conferred the prestigious UAP Likha Gold Medal Award this year, the highest distinction bestowed upon a Filipino architect who has adhered to the highest standards of professional and ethical conduct and has performed exceptional achievements and active participation in the concern of the community, government, and country. He was also past chairman and president and currently with the board of advisors of NREA. Ladies and gentlemen, let us warmly welcome the renowned architect, environmental planner, interior designer, realtor, and developer, architect Nestor S. Manyo.
Thank you very much for that kind introduction, Ruth. I guess we've heard from USEC Dancing a lot of information, especially the latest opportunity on housing and socialized housing project. Do you want us to comment now on the first speaker?
I think I'll introduce first the second speaker. Okay. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Our next presenter, our next distinguished panelist is the former vice chairman of NREA, former governor of Bulacan, and president of the League of Provinces for 3 consecutive terms. Former secretary of the Department of Agrarian Reform and also of the Department of Tourism. He is the former national president and now national board member of the Boy Scouts of the Philippines and chairman of the Rotary District 3810 Council of Governors. Let us all give a warm round of applause as I proudly present Governor Roberto M. Pagdanganan.
Thank you very much, Ma'am Rosemary. Thank you. Good afternoon, everybody. Good afternoon and congratulations to the leadership. Chairman Benny, President May, Chairman Marisa, the VPs, everybody. This is really fantastic. Glad to be part somehow. Thank you very much. Maybe you'll just comment later on. Can I be heard?
Next speaker.
All right, so maybe request our panelists. Sorry. We move on to the next speaker, architect. Sir Archie.
I mean, do you want us to comment first on the?
Later na lang po siguro, sir.
Okay.
Isn't that we should hold the panel interview for the first speaker now?
We'll have to check that.
See, Sir Densing, is he still with us?
Recorded.
So we move on to the next speaker, siguro.
All right.
Sir Archie. All right. All right, so to introduce our next speaker to present about the fund generation and fiscal management opportunities for expanded LGU housing aid rather. So maybe call on now, back again, balik tayo kay Sir Jovi to introduce our next speaker. Sir Jovi.
Yes, so good morning to everyone. Let me introduce our next speaker for this afternoon. Our next speaker is a computer engineering graduate with a master's degree in management, major in public administration, and a PhD in development administration. She started her career in the government at the National Tax Research Center of the Department of Finance in 1996. Some of her recent engagement include the development, design, and enhancement of the online reporting system of the DOF on local government fiscal and financial matters, which is the Electronic Statement of Receipts and Expenditures, or ESRE system, which is an important core data capturing system of LGU fiscal information. This system was recently enhanced, and other important modules such as the Environment and Natural Resources Data Management Tool for the PHEITI and the PPEI are now linked to the system. She has served as the focal person in activities as a resource person in capacity building activities to BLGF, ROs, LGUs, and other stakeholders on understanding the Bureau's policies on local taxation, revenue administration, and public financial management. She was also instrumental in reviewing and providing technical inputs in the development of various manuals issued by the BLGF, such as the ESRE manual, the Resource Mobilization Manual, the LGU Guide to Computerization, the Mass Appraisal Guidebook, among other publications. Let us all give a warm and resounding virtual applause to our next speaker, the Director of Local Fiscal Policy Service of the Bureau of Local Government Finance, an attached agency of the Department of Finance. Let us all welcome Miss Maria Pamela Q. Quizon. Good morning, Miss Maria Pamela.
Good day, everyone. Let me begin by thanking the National Real Estate Association for the invitation to discuss the proposed Real Property Valuation and Assessment Reform Act, which the Bureau of Local Government Finance and the Department of Finance consider as an important reform initiative constituting Package 3 of the government's comprehensive tax reform program. And this will also provide you reports and updates relative to the real estate industry in the country. But before that, let me introduce the oversight functions of the Department of Finance and the Bureau of Local Government Finance on local finance. The Department of Finance shall be responsible for the supervision of the revenue operations of all local government units with the objective of making these entities less dependent on funding from the national government. The BLGF, as an attached agency of the DOF, plays an important role in realizing the mandate on revenue operations of the LGUs. The BLGF is the DOF's arm directly responsible over the fiscal and financial affairs of the local government units. Under a decentralized environment, BLGF aims to provide a catalytic role in the effective and sustainable management of fiscal and financial resources of the LGUs, transforming them into self-reliant communities. BLGF is vigilant and dedicated to the pursuit of development and professionalization of its employees, including the local treasury and assessment services in the LGUs. At the outset, the Local Government Code of 1991 granted the LGUs the power to create their own revenue sources to achieve local fiscal autonomy, thereby enabling their development into self-reliant communities, making them more effective partners in nation building. And property tax, as one of the revenue sources, offers a progressive source of revenue for the LGUs. The existing literature regards property tax as a very good tax. Some even consider it a perfect tax because land, in particular, being a capital asset, is visible and immovable, which is an important fiscal tool in this time of globalization and competition. The World Bank estimates 50 to 75% of a country's wealth is contained in real property. But experience and data show that this has not been fully maximized because the basis is grossly outdated. RPT performance has been passive as a ratio of GDP, it is only 0.35%. In 2000, Peruvian economist De Soto, in his book The Mystery of Capital, noted that in the Philippines, 60% of the country's property is dead capital, amounting to 133 billion US dollars. And 57% of the city dwellers and 67% of the rural residents live in housing that is dead capital due to poor policies, procedures, or the bureaucracy. In the same year, the Interagency Coordinating Committee of the Philippine government already recommended key structural reforms in the sector. 3 points. First, address the local government political intervention and influence in the valuation process for assessment of property taxes. Second, adopt a single valuation base for taxation purposes and as reference for other governmental purposes. And lastly, establish a central appraisal authority to act as regulator that provide the necessary standards and guidelines in appraisal. And this is where we fundamentally anchoring Package 3 reform on equity, uniformity, transparency, and accountability in valuation. What used to be a major contributor to own source revenues of LGUs, real property tax is now contributing only 28% on the average. And there are a number of reasons why this is the case. For instance, the requirement of the LGC to regularly conduct the general revision of the schedule of market values and property assessment every 3 years has been hardly realized and fully implemented by the LGUs. In the data of Bangko Sentral ng Pilipinas, the residential real estate prices rose by 6.2% in 2019. However, the government is not capturing its fair share on the side of the taxation because of several outdated values. Notwithstanding in 2019, the fact that real estate renting and business activities have been growing fast at 11.13%, top 3 main contributors of economic growth, also the expansion in renting and businesses activities, as well as the increased growth ownership of dwellings 3.4% in 2019. We note in our survey of all the SMBs of provinces and cities where the valuation used by the LGU for taxation purposes are at record low levels. Notwithstanding the consistent growth in real estate sector, property development, construction, rentals, among others. and we are not capturing the gains from these economic activities. This year alone, only 40% of the provinces and cities are using updated revenues, while the rest collected real property tax based on outdated schedules, some spanning a decade or two already. The current system also contributes to the unnecessary expenses for expropriation of real properties and right-of-way acquisitions for vital infrastructure projects due to the conflicting and overlapping appraisals, which lead to court litigation, project delays, and cost overruns. The disparity between the values gives both the government and the property owners a lot of uncertainty. Slide 7. To highlight the main features of the Package 3 proposal, we envision a system that adopts the international standards and best practices, and there is just one single valuation base for taxation purposes and a regular updated benchmark for other purposes. So there is just one basis for national and local taxation. Second, from outdated values, Package 3 will bring about regular updating of the schedule of market values and insulate valuation from undue politicization. LGUs will continue to regulate and determine for themselves the tax rates and assessment levels, while the values are prepared by the assessor, subject to compliance review, and then approved by the Secretary of Finance. Once approved by the Secretary of Finance, it will be used simultaneously by the BIR, by LGUs, and as reference by different government agencies for different purposes that their mandates provide. Lastly, the proposed measure will establish a comprehensive electronic database on property transactions to improve transparency, confidence, and accountability in the valuation process. Likewise, the RPVAR will provide transparency and accountability through the separation of valuation as a technical function from the taxation as a political function of the LGUs. And we want to emphasize that the measure will support local autonomy as we are helping them improve a key component in the property tax administration process. As we can see, 3 of 4 components in real property tax administration will remain to be part of the political functions of the LGUs, as they will still be responsible in setting the value assessment, imposition of tax rates, and preparation of annual budget based on the projected revenues resulting to their decision in the assessment levels and tax rates. While the valuation, which is a technical function, will be ensured to be reliable and in accordance with internationally accepted valuation standards. For these reasons, the BLGF has since been advocating for solutions to address the foregoing concerns and to tap the potential of the Philippine land market, improving and strengthen real property administration, broaden the national and local government's revenue base, and enhance the reliability and quality of property appraisals to address the sector inefficiencies. The potential revenues from the real property market may be used for health, social, and infrastructure projects to jumpstart their local economy. It is estimated that the LGUs may gain as much as 30.5 billion pesos as additional revenues from this reform for them to deliver better basic public goods and social services and bigger financial support to barangays. Strengthening the collection of RPT could also ensure higher special education fund collections to support the expanding needs for operation and maintenance of public schools in the LGUs. The estimated increase in allocation per public school student from the SEF could potentially increase by 36%, which means more funds available for the public education sector. We wish to clarify that any resulting tax increment from the proposed measure will not happen immediately, at least in the next 2 years, as the proposal has transitory mechanisms for the purpose. Together with hundreds, if not thousands, of local assessors that we have consulted and briefed, and the stakeholder groups from the LGU leagues, academe, basic sector, business community, economists, thought leaders, and reform advocates, We are with them in fully supporting the key measures of the 3 Senate bills on property valuation, which constitute the fundamental reforms we envision under Package 3. As shown, we have received statement of support on the proposed reforms, mainly from LGU leagues and business groups or community. So what are the salient features of the reform? 1. Roles of the BLGF and establishment of the Real Property Valuation Service. This provision identifies the BLGF through the RPVS as the entity responsible for the administration of real property valuations. Currently, Section 201 of the LGC gives the Department of Finance the authority to promulgate the necessary rules and regulations for the classification, appraisal, and assessment of real property. Number 2, creation of the Central and Regional Consultative Committees. The committee is envisioned to be composed of highly technical people on property valuations to be able to effectively perform its function. The chairperson may invite resource persons on the issues concerning real property valuation. Number 3, preparation and approval of the SMVs. Assessors shall prepare the SMV for different classes of real property situated within their respective LGUs. Number 4, setting assessment levels and tax rates. The approved SMV shall be transmitted to the concerned assessor. The concerned assessor, in coordination with the local treasurer, shall estimate the revenue or tax impact of the new SMV as against the existing assessment levels and tax rates and recommend amendments on the assessment levels or tax rates. The assessor shall prepare at least 3 estimates of the tax impact based on different scenarios and submit to the LCE to be submitted to the Sanggunian within 15 days from the receipt of the approved SMV. 5th, the publication of assessment levels and tax rates. The DOF shall post in its official website the approved SMV and furnish the same to the concerned LGU through the BLGF and the BIR. In provinces, cities, and municipalities where there are no newspapers of local circulation, the same shall be posted in the provincial capital, including all concerned municipal halls and city halls, and in 2 other conspicuous public places therein. 6 is the use of SMVs. The use of SMVs for the purpose of real property taxation, in computing any internal revenue tax, and for the purposes of the local transfer tax. Number 7, regular updating of the SMVs. The BLGF shall formulate a program for the regular revision of the SMVs. Number 8, conduct of a capacity building interventions. The BLGF shall, in coordination with the Philippine Tax Academy of the DOF, develop and conduct the necessary trainings for all local assessors, local officials, and staff, and other concerned BIR personnel on the preparation of the SMVs in accordance with internationally accepted valuation standards, concepts, principles, and practices, conduct of impact studies, preparation of compliance reports, and other subject areas. Number 9, development of real property information system. Establish a comprehensive database to support valuation function, which shall be developed and maintained through the BLGF. Number 10, transmission of real property transactions data to the BLGF. The duty of the Register of Deeds to supply assessors with real property transactions data. The duty of the official issuing building permits or certificates of registrations of machinery to transmit copy of permit to the assessor. The duty of the geodetic engineers to furnish copy of plans to the assessors, and the duty of the Registrar of Deeds and Notaries Public to assist the provincial, city, and municipal assessor. Appointment of assessors. The appointment of assessors was retained to the LCE. The assessors shall be under the technical supervision of the BLGF, primarily through a system of compliance reporting and of capacity building programs through education and training. Qualification of the local government assessors. No person shall be appointed assessor or assistant assessor unless such a citizen of the Philippines, a resident of the region for a provincial or city assessor or assistant assessor, and of the province for a municipal or assistant assessor, a registered and licensed appraiser, of good moral character and must not have been convicted for any crime involving moral turpitude. The appointee must have experience in real property valuation or assessment work or in any suitable field, either in private or public practice, for at least 5 years in the case of the provincial or city assessor and 3 years in the case of the municipal assessor. 13. The penal provisions shall be punished by a fine equivalent to the officials or employees' 1 to 6 months basic salary or suspension from service for a period not exceeding 1 year or both at the discretion of the competent authority. Number 14, transitory guidelines. LGUs which are in the process of updating their SMBs shall continue with such revisions in accordance to this Act, provided that proper notification and coordination with the BLGF shall be undertaken. In the case of SMB that is not yet available or updated, the BIR Commissioner shall adopt the existing SMB, zonal values, or the actual price and the preparation in consideration as stated in real property transactions, documents, whichever is higher for the purpose of computing any internal revenue tax. Number 15, saving clause. The zonal values and the SMBs that have been approved by their respective sanggunians for real property taxation purposes shall continue to be in force and effect until repealed, superseded, modified, revised, set aside, or replaced by the values provided under the new SMBs as approved. And lastly, budgetary requirements for the updating of the SMBs. Each local sanggunian shall appropriate the necessary funds from the locally generated revenues, the ERA, or such other sources every fiscal year. The accumulated amount so appropriated shall be known as the Real Property Tax Administration Fund, which shall be used for the proper implementation of the regular revision of the SMBs and general revision of real property assessments and the administration of real property taxes in all LGUs. Failure to provide the appropriations herein required shall render their annual budgets inoperative. In closing, the BLGF joins the DOF in strongly supporting the proposal and committed to lead the reforms. It is high time that we pass the proposed Valuation Reform Act this 18th Congress to complete the package of the reforms of the Duterte administration and make our property valuation system efficient, equitable, transparent, and reliable. Package 3 will positively impact land administration as we also promote good fiscal and land governance. Allow me to say that at the heart of fiscal decentralization lies the importance of capacity and accountability in generating own source revenues of LGUs towards better delivery of public goods and services. And this is what the proposed valuation reforms under Package 3 will address. Thank you.
Since its inception in 2015, Bria Homes has always stood for the nationalistic objective of alleviating homelessness and improving the quality of life for the underserved Filipino. Through the years, Bria Homes has been continuously growing its vision through offering a wider variety of choices and expanding its footprint to cover more ground, reach new heights, and serve more Filipinos across the archipelago. With over 50 projects all over the country, the Bria Homes brand has been synonymous with the best value for money options, top-notch quality, progressive locations, ease of ownership, and a premier customer experience. Bria Homes has always gone above and beyond expectations, redefining the concept of a home builder and turning subdivisions into fully thriving communities. Township projects will always be Bria's differentiator amongst its competition, with customer-centric concepts designed with the needs of its home buyers in mind. Bria Homes has always stayed attuned to the times, adapting to the digital revolution, all in the name of convenience and safety to its home buyers. Sustainability has also been a paramount priority to our business as we continually move towards an environmentally sound Philippines, one Bria Homes project at a time. Bria Homes has continuously reimagined affordable housing. We will continue to build dignified dwellings, picturesque communities, and prosperous townships, formerly inaccessible to the everyday Filipino. We are, and we will always be, the beacon of best value affordable housing in the Philippines. We are Bria Homes, your home of choice.
Torre Lorenzo Development Corporation seized an opportunity to build spaces that put students first. 20 years later, we have grown to be one of the youngest, most progressive, full-scale developers in the country. But our success didn't happen by chance. It happened by design. We purposefully selected locations around the biggest colleges in Metro Manila with our premium university residences. In these areas, we also created premium residences to cater to the young professionals. We invested early in cities we knew would grow into centers of business activity and tourism to develop at just the right time. There, we built premium lifestyle developments and modern townships designed for the increasingly discerning consumer. Each project better than the last. Today, the Torre Lorenzo name is equated with high-quality construction, innovative design, and a promise to respect the land and the community around us. Inspired by the country's economic growth, we plan to expand to other key cities in the near future. Over the years, we have nurtured a distinct culture that defines us and guides our every move. With this philosophy, we built a team of experienced, innovative, passionate people with a shared objective: to plan, to build, to sell, and to keep our developments new and progressive. For 5 years now, our strategy has enabled significant annual revenue increases, so that at the close of 2019, we would have grown in value from 1.47 billion to 12.6 billion. Our ambitions continue to lead us towards the forefront of the industry, only getting better with every milestone along the way. Join us in our journey. We can't wait to tell you what we have planned for tomorrow.
We could tell you a lot about our new elevators, their features, materials, and colors. But what really matters to us is how they relate to you, how you experience elevators, how our new smart materials can reject dirt, microbes, even fingerprints, and can deal with wear and tear. How users of buildings can connect in new ways, and how you're able to create new connections, all the way from entrances to home doors and office desks. Our solutions can make your life easier, richer, and more intelligent. This is why our new elevators have built-in connectivity. So whatever tomorrow brings, you'll be ready. By making the core of your building updatable, you're able to meet future needs and increase the value of your building. Entering the new era of elevators, KONE DX Class elevators, connecting more than floors.
All right, may we call again Sir Jovi Tupas to introduce the next speaker. Sir Jovi.
Okay. Our next speaker is an entrepreneur and management consultant in the corporate business services sector. He possesses relevant experiences in business development, property development, real estate construction, and tourism development. He is also a mentor to several projects, corporations, and investors interested to enter the fastest growing market in the Philippines and the ASEAN. Diamo il benvenuto, the Vice President at the Italian Chamber of Commerce in the Philippines, Incorporated, al Signor Lawrence Ziller. Buongiorno, Signor Lawrence.
Afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I would like to thank Andrea and its National President, Ms. Imelda Mactoto, for the invitation to speak at this 25th Andrea DHSUD Housing Trade Exhibit Let me share my screen. Today, we are going to talk about a very interesting topic, the attractiveness of real estate investment for foreign buyers. We know that foreign buyers are always a very controversial topic. But before we go and discuss about this, let me briefly introduce myself. My name is Lawrence Ziller. I am the Vice President of the Italian Chamber of Commerce in the Philippines. I have 25 years of real estate experience. In fact, I did start when I was 18 years old. I am an international real estate marketing and branding expert and managing partner of Biscator Consulting Partners. And I was prior to this, I was the Director of Corporate Affairs of FILIPINAS Development Corporation, IDC. And before I came to the Philippines, which is now already more than 10 years ago, I was the Managing Director of Ibacom Broker Real Estate in Dubai, where we had agents from 16 different nationalities. And I will tell you more about this later. So what has happened with this pandemic? We have seen, and what has been discussed also at the most recent World Economic Forum in Davos, there has been, or there is, a great reset. And also for real estate, is there a great reset? Now let's discover about this. It is unmissable that also in real estate, there have been shifts and changes, or maybe some say an acceleration of existing trends. But the Great Reset, now not only from economic crises that happened all over the world, job losses, and many other shifts that we have seen, the keys to understand the Great Reset are the funding of sustainable development at regional level, the restoration of environmental health, that develop sustainable business models, innovation towards the fourth industrial revolution, redesign skills and jobs for the digital era, and give shape to a green economic recovery, and also global cooperation and multilateralism. So these were actually the things that were discussed and were decided during the Davos Forum. In fact, we call it also the Davos Agenda. And the World Economic Forum has analyzed really this situation and given great indication on what has to happen next. In fact, this shift, haven't we seen it from many people, what is happening? Many people want to go and live in the countryside. Many people have given up their city life, their city condos to go farming. So there has been an undoubtable shift to living green. So where our natural environment has become important again, where we give more value to our health, to our safety, our physical safety, and our well-being. So our living space and personal environment is very, very important now. And our homes are becoming or have become our biggest assets. So that is very relevant to real estate. Now, what does it really mean for real estate? What are the consequences? The consequences are a more sustainable way to see real estate development, a preservation of the ecosystem, ESG investments in real estate, and we are going to see what ESG means in a while. And the more human and user-driven approach to planning real estate developments, where altogether nature is back in the equation, finally. Now, the founder and president of the World Economic Forum, Mr. Klaus Schwab, said the pandemic represents an unusual short-term opportunity to reflect, rethink, and reboot our world. And that is true also for real estate. Now, are we going towards an ideal world? Well, that has to be seen, and it largely depends on the human effort on each one of us and what we can contribute to a shift for the better. Now, we were talking about ESG investments. So now let's look at what are these. So we are talking about environmental, which is the conservation of the natural world; social, which is the consideration of people and their relationships; governance, which are the standards for running a company or a government or an LGU, for example. Now, where are these ESG criteria applied? Now, of course, we're talking about real estate and infrastructure financing. So for LGUs, we're talking about the LGU infrastructure, socialized housing, development funding, institutional funding, venture capital, and private equity investments. Now we need to understand that there is a push from the World Bank and from other big international financial institutions to fund projects and to fund companies who actually score high in ESG criteria. So that's why in the long term, these ESG criteria will be applied to a series of things along the line. And that includes real estate funding. Now, how are we actually going to fund? The big question is always, okay, how are we bringing in money from the private sector to fund, for example, socialized housing? So PPPs, can they be the answer for funneling foreign investments to the public sector? So that will be a question that I think with the help of the PPP Center and other foreign investment funds and foreign players can be answered. But it's not so simple, and we will also see why. Now, as foreign investors, so I'm putting myself in the shoes of the foreign investor. Is the Philippines an easy sell? Because we are surrounded, for example, by neighbors in Southeast Asia who are also out there to attract foreign investment. Are they successful? Well, if I look at Vietnam or Thailand, Singapore, well, they are very successful. And in the end of the day, money is like water. It always follows the path of the least resistance. So can the Philippines compete? So what are the obstacles for foreign investments? Here in the Philippines, of course, corporate and real estate ownership restrictions. Now, we all know that foreigners and foreign entities are not allowed to have full corporate ownership in most cases, and real estate ownership is restricted. So, for example, foreigners cannot own land, but only condominiums. Then there is the capital risk evaluation. Can we bring back the capital out of the country? How much taxes is there involved? what is the risk for litigations, and also the political risk evaluation. We have talked about PPP earlier. How can we examine the risk with, for example, political lifespan of an LGU of only 3 years? Now, maybe the next leader of the LGU will cancel the contract for any reason. So there is a lot of uncertainties and risks involved. But of course, there may also be solutions. Now let's analyze what are the types of investors. We have in general private investors, and we see many here in the Philippines who privately come to this country. We have a corporate investors, so those companies who come here and invest to set up their businesses, to set up their factories, their calling centers, and many other things. We have financial investors who come and, for example, buy shares, or who would like financial assets or even real estate assets. Financial investors also invest in real estate. And then we have institutional investors. Institutional investors play according to different rules. And of course, they look at the financial grading of the Philippines economy, which now is actually very promising. And we hope that even though this pandemic, it will not be downgraded. What are the origins of the investors that are actually investing here in the Philippines? We have seen lately in the last years a lot of investment coming from China. US is a traditional investor in the Philippines due to their semi-colonial past and all the talking about business relation and personal relationships with the US and the many OFWs that live there. Korea, of course, the vicinity of Korea, and also the appetite of the Koreans to invest in this country. Japan, who has a large commitment with the Philippines to invest their funds here. I'm talking about industrial investments and also financial investments. And then there is two countries that sometimes when we look at the statistics, they're misleading. So when we see investments from UK and Netherlands, it is very often companies that are being set up in these two countries for tax reasons. And then investments are being channeled to the Philippines. These investors may be from anywhere, even Filipinos, but it is not necessarily that these companies belong to British or Dutch investors. And then we have investors from the ASEAN. We have seen a lot of Singaporean investments, Malaysian and Indonesian investments coming to the Philippines, and also Europe. Now I have put Europe as a single entity, even though we are not a single entity, as most of you probably know. The Italians don't feel very German, and the Germans don't feel much French, and as well as the Spanish, they don't feel much Belgian. So we are all different countries. We speak our different languages. We have our different identity, and there is many Europeans in the Philippines. Now, historically, of course, the Philippines had a strong relationship with Spain. But also other countries have invested heavily here, including Italy and Germany and many other countries. And I think we always need to have a little bit of accuracy and an eye for where the investors actually come from. Now, that brings me to the motives of investing. And we talk about the smaller private investors who may come here for retirement or relocation because many have found Filipina Bright, and they are relocating here, convinced by their partners. And now these are normally the, let's say, small-time investors, because they may buy their own house and that's it. So that's not really big funds coming into the Philippines. And of course, their main focus is the happiness of their life, so their living environment and their location. And then we have the investors for business. And now business, that is a very interesting thing, because an investor who comes here for business, he most likely is relocating. And then he's also not only investing for business, he may also buy a house for himself, create jobs, and create a whole investment environment that is totally beneficial for the Philippines, for the Philippine economy, and also for the Philippine tax system, because they end up paying taxes here. And then the other motives are pure investment. But that is, or maybe a little bit problematic because of investment restrictions. And we know of many who have invested in many condos here and then ended up having several issues. But we are going to see that later. Are we doing enough for attracting investors, or are we giving enough motives for investing in the Philippines? That is an open question. Let's see if we can answer some of them. Now, that brings me to, can the Philippines compete with, for example, rental return? What is the percentage of rental return? So I know it's somewhere between 4% and 7% in general now for rentals of condominiums. Of course, if we calculate also the property appreciation, it may be more. But is it like in Dubai, for example, where rental returns are about 10%? Doubtfully. Maybe with land leases or commercial land leases, they may get there, or with commercial structures. But that is a wholly different pair of shoes. Now, property prices. I've just recently had a talk during an event, and we analyzed that, for example, buying in secondary cities in Italy may be cheaper than buying here in the Philippines. I'm talking about condominiums because that is a good comparison. And even in some cases, buying house and lot is cheaper in Italy than in the Philippines. So the price increase that the Philippines had in the past, let's say 5 to 10 years, is very important. So for some Filipinos, it could actually be more interesting to invest in Italy than actually for an Italian to come and invest in the Philippines. But of course, I've seen many comparisons with, okay, look at the prices in China, look at the prices in other capitals. For example, now we have Hong Kong, Singapore, China, we have Indonesia, so Jakarta. Of course, if we compare the prices in the capitals, then maybe there is a little bit more room to grow. But in general, I wouldn't say that the Philippines has the best property prices overall. What do foreigners want when they are looking for a house or a condo or commercial space? So that is actually already the answer. What are they allowed? That is then the second question. But in general, when somebody comes here to the Philippines, he's looking for either a condominium unit or a house and lot. For those who invest in business, they would probably want commercial space, which they can own only partially, as we have heard earlier, because of the restrictions, which we will analyze just in a moment. What are the dreams of foreigners who come to the Philippines? I mean, the Philippines is known for beaches, for the land, for tropical forests, and these are all forbidden dreams for these foreigners, even lots, residential lots, for example. I know that many try to circumvent the current legal system by setting up series of companies and trying to own land, but it is not allowed. But if it was allowed, I bet there would be a humongous amount of investment that would come to the Philippines. How to plan marketing to foreigners? But of course, foreigners, first of all, their ideal scenario is to meet another foreigner from his own country that is already living in the Philippines and to be guided by his compare, his national. Also because if an Italian comes to the Philippines, if he has to choose, who is he going to trust? A Filipino agent or an Italian who can guide him and whom he can talk in his native language? Well, probably the Italian. So that's why when I was talking before that when I was working in Dubai, we had agents from 16 different nationalities. It's because I cannot expect to be able to sell to an Indian because I don't speak his language. I don't share his culture. I really don't know their manners, their cultural background in general. So I may be doing mistakes. So probably if I had an Indian selling to an Indian, he would have 10 times as much performance as anybody else. So that would actually be an incentive to think about the current regulations for the professionals that are allowed to work in the Philippines. That is a totally different topic, so I will not go into that. So then we also need to manage their expectations. Now, why? Because we need to understand really why is he here? Why does he want to buy a property in the Philippines? And so, what does he really expect? Bottom line, what does he want out of the property in the Philippines? Is it I don't know, financial parking? Is it relocation? Is it really fulfillment of a life dream? There may be many reasons, and we really need to, first of all, build the trust and then be able to capture these expectations. Then we need to understand the culture where each one is coming from. Now, for example, I cannot understand or attempt or pretend to understand all the cultures of the world. So a Chinese is different from an Italian, and is different from an Indian, and is different from an Arab. Bottom line, we need to really understand where they're coming from and how they manage things in their own country and how the relationships are working between business and property agents and so on in their own countries. So that means that some people who actually traveled or lived abroad may have an advantage with that. So that brings me to the conclusion of this short talk. I hope you have learned something from my slides and I have incentivized some additional thoughts. I thank everyone for having me here today and please enjoy the rest of the event. Bye-bye.
All right. Thank you so much, Mr. Lorenzler, the Vice President of the Italian Chamber of Commerce in the Philippines. So we're on the next part of our program. So may we request our panelists, Mr. Architect Nestor Mangio and Mr. Albert Pagdanganan, to comment or react on the topics that were discussed during this session. Sir, let me turn over you now to our panelists, Architect Mangio and Sir Albert Pagdanganan. Sirs?
Architect Manyo na muna siguro.
Architect, kindly unmute your microphone. Thank you.
Nice.
Okay, shall I start the Borrolling, and
Please.
then we take turns, Secretary Obet.
Yes, please proceed, architect. Yeah.
Okay.
Security first.
So let me go back to the first speaker, Secretary Dancing. The decision of the Supreme Court on Governor Mandanas of Batangas and the late Governor Garcia Batan petition to increase the IRA or IRA is a good news for all of us in the real estate business. The Mandanas Garcia petition, which will be implemented, I think it's 2022, is projected that the share on tax of LGUs will increase to about 30 to 35%, or about ₱1 trillion allocation from the national government. A transition plan should be in place to prepare the LGUs for the next year of implementation. With bigger share of the LGUs in the tax collections, we can expect more services and local development, not only on infrastructure, social, healthcare, sanitation, and water and school facilities, but also on the housing. The local government should have prepared a local shelter plan on housing to implement the projects. The location of projects should conform to the updated comprehensive land use and master plan of the LGUs. With the LGUs infrastructure program, many of the land will be prime and attract developers to invest. These investments will generate more employment, migration, and increase in population, and trigger demand for housing. This means more revenues for the LGU by way of taxes, permits, and licenses. With the increase of the population, the LGUs should avoid the mistakes of some cities or municipalities on density, informal settlers, pollution, health hazard, traffic, and compromised safety of residents. We developers, aside from developing middle and high-end communities, should partner with LGUs. At the same time, comply with the socialized housing component of our subdivision by tapping our funds in the escrow account allocated for these projects. The socialized housing project can be a public-private undertaking with the local government to cater to the marginalized members of our society. The local government can contribute the land, and we, the developers, can develop and construct the houses. It is important to come up with a scheme where these houses will be affordable in terms of price and amortization for the project to be sellable. Maybe the local government can subsidize and sell the land at cost. These new communities should be provided with attractive amenities or make it livable and promote healthy living with lots of open spaces, especially in this part of the country or the countryside. Sprawl is possible in the countryside since land is cheaper than those in the urban areas and still provide social distancing. It was mentioned that our escrow funds for the socialized housing can also be utilized by state universities and colleges for rental houses and probably even rental condominiums. Maybe it can also include rental houses for hospitals so that our frontliners will be near their workplace. In preparation for the various projects of the LGUs, the local government must have technical people and housing board to handle all these projects. The LGUs must practice good governance in the implementation of all these projects and not make an opportunity for corruption. The LGUs should be investors friendly by promoting ease of doing business, especially in the permitting processes. We are happy to note that in all these projects, the DSUD and its attached agencies like the Pag-ibig fully support the building of more housing communities and how it can be made more affordable and available, especially to our low-income members of our society. Thank you.
Yeah, okay. So perhaps I should add some more comments to what Architect Nestor did already. on Yusek Densing's presentation, and I will, and perhaps touch also a little bit on the presentation by Dr. Pamela Quezon, because they're in a sense interrelated. The focus of Yusek Densing's presentation was really on the Mandanas Garcia ruling. And as Architect Nestor said, this will generate more fund because from like 750 billion pesos, total allocation to all the LGUs. By LGUs means provinces, cities, towns, barangays, will altogether be increased by like 35%. In fact, Secretary Año estimated that the increase will be something like 260 billion pesos, which will bring up the total allocation, which is now called National Tax Allocation allotment for all LGUs, to slightly more than 1 trillion pesos. And that will expectedly generate some possibilities for housing development. But let me just put it in context, my dear friends. The bold functions have actually been there since 1991. The constitutional provision, and I'm referring to Article 10, Section 6, said that the LGUs will have a just share as determined by law on the basis of national taxes, which will be released to them automatically. That was the constitutional provision, which became the basis of the finalized ruling by Supreme Court last 2019. And therefore, if you look, one way of looking at it is that these responsibilities, devolved functions, including Section 17(8) on socialized housing and this mass housing development to LGUs, have always been there from the start of the local government code of 1991. What happened was that they did not allocate the funds that were intended for developing them. As a matter of fact, kaya nagkakaproblema mga LGUs, like health, for instance, agriculture. They transferred 27,000 people from health, 22,000 for agriculture, but they did not transfer the funds. So there's a lot of money still being held in the national departments like the OH. And the same thing for DA. And to a certain extent, I'm so happy that this DHCUD was organized. So now they can look for better policies and assistance to promote housing development. That's really good news. But there is something that must be pointed out here. In the local code, there's and then Section 25, 26, and 27 of the local government code, which says that all agencies of government that undertakes project implementation should conduct coordination with among themselves, national government agencies, and with the local government units. And there's be prior consultation, not just in the implementation, but starting from the planning. And that's the reason why I'm highlighting this, because in the past, ang nangyayari, these national government agencies keep on planning and doing things, hindi nakikipag-coordinate sa local government units. Most of the time, I was president with the League of Governors or League Provinces for 3 terms, and I've seen that happen. And even in health, for instance, if I may just cite an instance, they keep on buying medicines, nag-expire naman, hindi man yun ang kailangan. Kung anong ginagas ng pera, pagdating ng oras, hindi naman kailangan ng mga LGUs. So, the consultation, and that applies to housing. So, hindi bigyan ng pera yan, pero I really think this is where, apart from the consultation, the HSUD taking the lead, I really believe that the real estate associations, the realtors, the developers, should take a more active role in this regard. Because let me point out that all local government units have 2 natures in character. One is political and one is corporate. This is provided in the Constitution and the local government code. If political, LGUs are agents of the national government and the state in implementing rules, basic rules. The corporate nature of LGUs is they can enter into joint ventures. They can enter into build, operate, transfer contracts, or they can enter into partnerships, this public-private partnership, which I think has not been really fully utilized because they've been so busy trying to make box ends meet. Kasi ang dami ang dinevolve, hindi naman nilipat ang pondo. Yan ang totoo, malaking kakulangan. But now that this thing is happening, I would encourage the area, the developers, to take a more active lead in these things, because the LGUs, starting with cities, are in position to be able to jointly undertake with you whatever projects will have to be undertaken. And the cities, in particular, have plenty of money. And this is also where there are a lot of opportunities. This is where the incomes are higher, and this is where more people are interested to undertake this housing and other developments. I recall that in Singapore, in the 70s, they had this provident savings role, and this is how they developed Singapore, really. And it is known everywhere. They had 23% of their incomes being used for housing, and so they developed new territories. Used to be walang laman in Hong Kong, and even in Singapore, they had areas where they really built townships, which is what's happening now. So I really think I would encourage you to please take the lead, make the designs, talk to the LGUs, and with your very good connection with the SUD, I think we can initiate a lot of projects that will be appropriate for the market. And meanwhile, encouraging natin the SUD, national government, to coordinate with the LGUs. And there are a lot of them who are really doing very well. So I think that's the thing that I'd like to highlight, because kahit lumaki yung ng 30% ng pondo, ang totohanan, ito dapat 30 years ago pa binibigay nila. Kaya ngayon, hindi pwedeng asahan na lahat ng pondo na yun malaki mapunta dyan. But if you come up with projects, I think the LGUs will be in a better position to do that. Besides, it's not only this internal revenue allotment that they can raise. They can raise bonds. They can float bonds. LGUs can do that. And they can, as presented by Ma'am Quezon, they can also generate more funding, as much as 30 billion pesos as presented, by going through this real property valuation reforms. And that is encouraged. So if you come up with good projects, these are things that we can tell the LGUs. You can tell the LGUs, this is a very good project. If you buy into it, then we enter into a partnership with you. We can help you float bonds. We can help you take loans. And we can help you design these things. And with the SUD support, I think you can make a lot of things happen. There are a lot of potentials, definitely. And we all know that housing is one of the biggest engines for growth. Its multiplier effect is something like 63. So you create jobs for a lot of sectors. And that's why our country really needs this aspect. So this Balik Provincial program and all these things will have to be done. And please encourage the national government to always involve the LGUs. Because ang nangyayari, the ILG, gagawa sila ng mga technical working groups, hindi naman sila sali. Akala nila pagsama yung DILG, kasama na LGUs. No. The LGUs, and they have different leagues, should always be there. Ang nangyayari, sasama ang DILG, pagbibigyan ng memorandum, paggagawa lahat sa kanila, hindi naman naintindihan. Ito talagang pangyayari. So I think we should begin with that frame mindset, because that will be very helpful. Because indeed, there are a lot of potentials out there. And remember, they have a lot of other sources and possibilities if you help them. So perhaps I'll stop at that point, and perhaps you just encourage more reaction from the others. Architect, or tapusin ko na kaya, nandito na lang ako. Dadig ko na yung doon sa isa, no? Unahan na kita doon sa third point.
Sige, go ahead.
So, a little bit more on what Dr. Pamela Quezon said. She was talking about debt capital, and this is really very true. That's another thing. De Soto wrote this in the 80s, or the 90s rather, and talaga 60% of these squatters, these areas, are debt capital. So if we really make projects for them, high-rise buildings can be a very good, that's how they did it in other countries, even in the cities. And of course, in the provinces, mas malaki naman. But the idea is to capitalize them by registering properly, and the LGUs will be helped by you so that magamit yung mga capital, and they can use that for raising funds. On the third presentation by our Italian friend, Mr. Lawrence Ziller, he talked about the Great Reset, the attractiveness of investment here. And briefly, I think the Philippines is a huge market, and that's number one attraction to us. There are 110 million people, and about 60% of our population are really working age, and therefore they're productive. So there are a lot of possibilities. And we have a lot of strengths as we see fit, as he was himself able to highlight. Yung sinasabi nila na hindi, isa sa mga obstacles, hindi nakakapag-ari ng lupa, they cannot own property, and that's the reason why not enough FDIs are coming. I beg to disagree with that, because Vietnam gets about 5 times more investments than the Philippines. Yet in Vietnam, there's really no private property. All the land is owned by the people, and the government is just is entrusted to manage them. And what they can do is just get condos and villas and use them for a contract of 50 years. Sa atin, at least they can own it. So yeah, it's something that can be done and looked into. But I think we should really focus more on the social, sinabi niya na socio-political stability, these other considerations about the political risk. And I think for as long as there will be better services, the investors will come in. And so I would think that, yes, I agree with that statement niya, build trust, manage expectations, understand cultures. And it will really help, I think, for local developers to tie up with people like him and others for dealing with foreign interests. So there, tigil ko na doon, and I'll pass it over again to Architect Nestor Manyo. But before doing that, I don't like to miss this opportunity of congratulating the leadership, Chairman Benny, President May, and of course, Chair Emerita Marisa, and Chairman of the Board of Advisors, all the advisors. You've done a fantastic job, and really, I admire you so much. I remember when Kapepe and I, but many years ago, before Marisa joined in, ang liit-liit na Enria. You know, it's a giant, the leader in this industry. I'm very proud of what you've been able to achieve. All of you, really. Talaga, bilib na bilib ako sa inyo, really.
Thank you, Gov. We love you, Gov.
Buhay po kayo. God bless you.
Thank you, Gov. We love you. We love
Let Enria show the way. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank
You
you
are
very
with
much.
us,
God bless
Gov.
Enria. Thank you.
The best of Enrians. Gov Obed, thank you so much for all the support. We love you as always.
Yeah, I love you too.
Thank you.
Uh-oh.
Architect Nestor.
Okay. So on the second speaker, we note that the DOF has introduced tax reforms to guide the LGUs on fiscal management. The devolution of the local government tax collection is empowering the LGUs and would ease bureaucracy in the government process. Prior to these reforms, the zonal valuation of real estate property is based on the zonal valuation made by the municipal or city council. The worry of the developers or businessmen is, will this mean higher taxes after the reforms are instituted? I understand the LGUs are also empowered to adjust assessment levels and tax rates to mitigate the impact of these new taxes or new reforms. I believe we should strike a balance on real estate valuation and taxes, because this additional assessment will be passed on to the buyers of housing units in case of real estate development. In fact, the developers for affordable housing are clamoring for the increase in the ceiling price of VAT-free house and lot sales. But unfortunately, the new create law has even lowered the cap for the VAT-free sale. The logic behind this is to come up with affordable selling price for housing to make it saleable and help solve the 6.5 million housing shortage. There was a time in our city in San Fernando wherein the BIR zonal valuation on a property by the main highway was even higher than the actual market price. And we had to raise the issue to the Secretary of Finance, then Secretary Teves, and he eventually prevailed over the BIR. In the case of right-of-ways, it is the other way around. The government assessed the property lower than the market value. I believe the ruling now is to assess the right-of-way real estate at the time of paying and not anymore at the time of taking. I have a client who contested the value of his property and took him over more than 40 years to get paid. And worse, the ruling of the Supreme Court is to pay the owner at the time of taking, which is a price 40 years ago. I am glad that today the ruling is to pay the landowner at the time of payment. This way, the DPWH has to expedite payment. Otherwise, the property will continue to appreciate. On the assessment of houses, the LGUs are now basing their appraisal on the cost of estimate submitted by the architects and the building permits, which is reasonable. Classification of real estate properties will also be based on the land use, on the comprehensive land use plan of the LGUs. The municipal or city assessor are now appointed by the DOF that makes them independent of the mayor. And my question is, who will appoint the municipal assessors once these LGUs are autonomous? Would you like to react on the third speaker, Secretary Obet?
I think what are sorry? Please comment as a third speaker.
You've given your comment, right? Okay.
Yeah, I have. I'll just add a little bit more later on.
Sige.
Thank you. Please
of course, this pandemic has caused a lot of disruptions on many industries, and real estate is not an exemption. It has affected the way we live and our lifestyle. But this pandemic is also a wake-up call for us to adapt to the new technology and go digital, and for our business to be sustainable. For us architects and urban planners, the pandemic has influenced the way we design our projects. We now have to consider health protocols and wellness standards to be relevant. It is not only what client wants, but what we need to do in our plans today. We have to design with respect to the environment and help mitigate climate change. Our design now should be future-proof and resilient to be functional, even in times of disasters and disruptions. However, this pandemic has given some good takeaways. We are now connected not only locally, but globally through virtual in our business and learning. Because of this pandemic, many are now considering living in the countryside, away from the densely populated cities or urban centers, which is also in consonance with the Balik Provincia of President Duterte. Density has become a culprit for COVID-19, just like in the NCR. Before, density is a measure of real estate success and profitability. People began to appreciate living away from the city because it is healthier and with lots of open spaces in a natural setting. With remote working and studying, we can accomplish this even miles away from workplace and school. Work from home, study from home, definitely requires a home. That is why, even in this time of pandemic, houses are very sellable in the countryside, especially affordable housing. Now, Lakeshore Project, we have many foreigners who retired but married to Filipinos. It is unfortunate that our laws do not allow foreigners to own land and can only own 40% of the units of a condominium corporation. Many times we meet foreign investors and are bringing their funds, expertise to the project. But after explaining our Philippine laws on ownership, many are turned off because they can only own 40% of the company, when in fact they are putting all the funds and expertise into the project. And if they are able to proceed with the business, The remittances of their income to their mother company abroad or investors is also restricted. Many of our laws are outdated and not competitive anymore with our ASEAN neighbors. I hope the proposed revision to these laws will soon be approved by both houses. Thank you.
Yeah, I add on and second the motion by Architect Mangio, especially on reviewing the rules on the ownership, particularly in remittances. Remit. I think that's unfair. Nobody would really invest here. And perhaps in Vietnam, they can own, but only there's a limitation up to 50 years. So maybe
Gov Obet is
but
hanging.
all summed up together.
Okay. Okay.
I just wanted to say once more that I think you, my dear friends, leaders of industry, should really take the lead and encourage the LGUs. Marami dyan are just, hindi lang nila appreciate, but now that they have funds, be the first to convince them to invest in it, because I think this is something that will appeal to them. I like what you said, Architect Nestor. You work from home. You cannot work from home without a home. That's a winner. Thank you again very much, my dear friends at Enria. Mabuhay po kayo. God bless you more.
Thank you so much po.
All right. Thank you so much to our panelists, Architect Nestor S. Mangio and former Governor Roberto M. Pagdanganan, for those insightful comments po and reaction to the topics that we have discussed during this session. Partner Archie, are you there?
Yes, at this juncture, we are glad to give certificates of appreciation to the speakers. However, that they sent us their videos, we would like to send them our profound thanks for giving us the time and the effort of lecturing us for this afternoon session. So to present the certificates, may I call on no less than the most beautiful, dazzling, and amazing Chair Emerita, Madam Marisa, take the floor.
Thank you. I thought it's President May, the most beautiful.
Oh, we miss you. We miss you for today. We
Okay,
can't have
thank you
the day
so much.
without you.
All right. The National Real Estate Association, Inc., the Department of Human Settlements and Urban Development, gave this certificate of appreciation to Professor Epimaco V. Densing III in sincere appreciation of your invaluable support and service to the association, particularly as a special guest and speaker during the International Housing Fiesta Filipinas, showcasing to the world the best of Filipino housing on September 22 to 24 via Floor and Enria Philippines Facebook Live. Board Chairman Benigno T. Cabrieto Jr., our National President Imelda C. Magtoto, our Secretary General Ronnie B. Viviando, your Chair Emerita and Chair Lady, Board of Advisors, yours truly, Marisa Delmar. Thank you po, Professor Epimaco Densing. Thank you. The National Real Estate Association and the Department of Human Settlements and Urban Development is giving this certificate of appreciation to Ms. Pamela P. Quezon in sincere appreciation of your invaluable service to the association, particularly as special guest and speaker during the International Housing Fiesta Filipinas, showcasing to the world the best of Filipino housing on September 22 to 24 via Floor and Enria Philippines Facebook Live. Signed, Board Chairman Benigno T. Cabrieto Jr., National President Imelda C. Magtoto, Secretary General Ronnie B. Viando, Chair Emerita and Chair Lady, Board of Advisors, yours truly, Marisa Delmar. Thank you. Thank you, Ms. Pamela Quezon. The National Real Estate Association and the Department of Human Settlements and Urban Development gives the certificate of appreciation to Mr. Lawrence Sealer in sincere appreciation of your invaluable service to the association, particularly as our special guest and speaker during the International Housing Fiesta Filipinas, showcasing to the world the best of Filipino housing. September 22 to 24 via Floor and Enria Philippines Facebook Live. Signed, Board Chairman Benigno T. Cabrieto Jr., National President Imelda C. Magtoto, Secretary General Ronnie B. Biando, Chair Emerita and Chair Lady Board of Advisors, yours truly, Marisa Dalmar. Thank you, Mr. Sailor.
Thank you, Ma'am Marisa. All right, thank you to all our speakers. To award naman our certificates for our panelists, may we call on the board chairman of Enrea, Mr. Benny Cabrieto. Sir?
Yes, this certificate of appreciation is proudly presented to Architect Nestor S. Mangio in sincere appreciation of your invaluable service to the association, particularly as panelists during the International Housing Fiesta Filipinas, showcasing to the world the best of Filipino housing on September 22 to 24, 2021, via Floor in Enria, Philippines. Signed, yours truly, Benigno Cabrieto Jr., Chairman, Imelda C. Magtoto, National President, Marisa Delmar, Chair Emerita and Chair of the Enria Board of Advisors, and Ronnie D. Biando, the Secretary General. Also, the same certificate is presented to Honorable Roberto N. Pagdanganan in sincere appreciation of your invaluable service to the association, particularly as panelists during the International Housing Fiesta Filipinas, showcasing to the world the best of Filipino housing on September 22 to 24, 2021, via Floor in Enria, Philippines, Facebook Live. Signed, yours truly, Board Chairman, Imelda C. Magtoto, National President, Marisa Delmar, Chair Emerita and Chair Board of Advisors, and Ronnie B. Biando, Secretary General.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman. Thank you. Thank you very much.
And Architect Mangio.
Thank you very much. Dadagdag ko lang, congratulations to the speakers, Yusek Singh, Ma'am Quizon, Mr. Ziller, and to the kind introduction of Ma'am Ruth. Thank you very much. Mabuhay, Andrea. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Governor.
I also add that I would like to congratulate the leadership of Enria. What you are doing is beyond expectation. Thank you so much. Congratulations.
Yeah.
Thank you,
Architect Mr. Mangio. You know, we're always family.
Yes, of course.
Yes, as always. Diba mga gwapo't nagagandahan? President May. Alam mo, pangalawa na lang ako sa kagandahan ngayon kay President May. Siyempre, number one si Board Chairman. Lahat, of course, Ryan, Archie, our panelists, our speakers, we would like to thank each and every one of you. We did a very successful one. And of course, Vivian Sanchez and our secretariat na mga puyat yan. Si Susan, si Paul, mga walang tulugan yan. Anyway, take it away for our closing. Baka malabo, mapahaba ako. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. God bless us all.
Thank you, everyone.
Congratulations.
Tomorrow,
Congratulations,
Thursday.
everyone.
Okay, go ahead po.
Thank you, Architect Mangio.
Salamat din.
Thank you, Governor.
Thank you very much. Buhay, Andrea. Buhay.
For our closing,
Sir Benny.
Elaine.
One of our panelists, our sponsors, and our speakers for having this interesting session too. We learned a lot during the session, and we'll see you tomorrow for more to come, more presentation or more topics that are interesting to be discussed. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, everyone.
Congratulations.
Miss Ruth, bye.
Galing.
Thank you.
Thank
you, everyone. Thank you to all our sponsors, our speakers, and panelists. Thank you, Ma'am Marisa. Mabuhay ang Andrea. Sir Benny.
Archie, Ryan, Jovi.
Thank you po, Ma'am Ruth. Thank you.
Bye.
And of course, our secretariat, Ma'am Lane and Sir Paul.
Yes,
And
galing ng
Robin.
secretariat.
Yes.
Congrats, everyone.
Well done, well done.
Yeah.
Very good. Thank you.
Pero tuloy-tuloy pa rin po tayo sa FB Live and dun sa floor natin kasi meron tayong mga AVPs of our sponsors. Stay tuned lang po kayo.
Thank you so much. Take care. Take care.
Smart decisions. That's something everyone wants to make. Like when buying a new place. Do you go for location? Energy efficiency? A fresh breeze? Or having no brownouts? How about smart planning and engineering that give you all of these? Take a closer look at West Insula, where you get to live easier, live wiser. At West Insula, you get perks that make day-to-day living a greater comfort. Just think of these smart features. Full backup power. When brownouts happen in the rest of the city, keep the computer, air conditioner, and everything else you need up and running. West Insula provides full backup power in all rooms, in all units. Water saving system. When it comes to wise water management, West Insula is designed to collect, purify, and treat rainwater for use by homeowners, giving you practical savings. Smart vents. And how about staying cool even when the air conditioner is off? West Insula has well-concealed vents that promote optimal airflow through every room, even when the windows are closed. Maximum energy efficiency. West Insula is engineered for ultra-efficient energy consumption. Take advantage of the patented electrical loading system that delivers maximum power at minimum cost. What's more, every homeowner gets to monitor their power consumption right at their doorstep, so you pay only for your own bills. No shared costs, no hidden charges. Atrium. Unique to the design of West Insula is the atrium, a central shaft of wide open space at the core of the structure, offering the added advantages of free-flowing air, natural light, and a relaxing ambiance. Ready to take a look? West Insula, built by EGI and Maryleaf Realty, stands tall with 25 stories at the corner of West Avenue and EDSA's shopping district. A train station, medical clinics, and malls are also just a few minutes away, so you don't have to go far to get far. Intelligent innovations at prime locations. That's what smart engineering for practical living is all about. See one of Insula Condominium's masterpieces for yourself. Schedule a visit to West Insula today. Make the smart move.
First Park Homes was formed from the partnership between Century Properties Group and Mitsubishi Corporation, having that goal to raise the standards of community housing in the Philippines without costing too much. Unlike other housing communities, First Park Homes is actually what they call the 4 C's. It's the brand pillars which they follow. It stands for complete, conceptive, connected, and convenient. Convenient. Because their homes are fully finished. Which means because their homes are fully finished. Flooring. Which means because their homes are fully finished. Which means because their homes furniture and you're ready to move in. How easy is that? Conceptive because First offers amenities which go beyond the basic. Get this. For every subdivision, there is a specific theme for the amenities which can be enjoyed by both young and young at heart. They have amenities that promote the arts, encourage good health, build social development, and strengthen the community. Like for example, in Bulacan, they have these life-sized board games. In Lipa, they have traditional Pinoy games, and they even have an outdoor cinema. I think it's really amazing that they're introducing unique amenities for families to enjoy. First aims to keep everyone connected to life essentials. Imagine they even have a shuttle to bring you to nearby transport hubs. Now that is hassle-free. Lastly, convenient. Owning your first home is now easy through First's simplified buying process. Owning a First Park home is more than just an investment. It's your first home that lasts.
Nagsimula sa isang pangarap. Ika'y tutulungang ibahin ang buhay na nakasanayan.
Naka 24 months ka na sa pag-ibig.
May panghulog na ako sa motor.
Uy, bagong motor!
Gagawa ng hakbang para mapaghandaan ng forever.
Ingat ka ha.
At harapin ang bukas nang may maaasahan. Simulan mo na ang forever mo ngayon. Fund your forever with Pag-ibig Fund.
Register today.
Bago ako magmahal ng iba, mamahalin ko muna ang sarili ko. Mag-iipon muna ako ng pag-ibig. Pag-ibig Regular Savings. Earn 25 times more sa contributions mo. Ang contributions mo, ipon mo. Mas malaking contribution, mas malaking ipon. I'm worth it. I deserve pag-ibig.
Minsan ang pag-ibig, online mo pala mahahanap. Ang bagong virtual pag-ibig. One click, you can track your savings. Easily pay for your loans. Even live chat with us. And now, apply for a short-term loan.
Sign up for the virtual Pag-ibig account today.
At last, a place where home means more than just a roof over your head. Where a tweet means more than letters on the screen. Where a tag means more than just names on a picture. And a share means more because it's done face to face. At last, a place where there is truly more. Just an hour away from Cebu's Central Business District, Amoa is a 60-hectare residential community. Cradled in the beautiful hills and vistas of Tamiao, Compostela, with a collection of villages forming smaller neighborhoods with unbounded spaces, where your children can grow up free to run around, explore nature, make friends, and appreciate a life lived in harmony with the places and people around them. At Amoa, there is more to enjoy. With master-planned and life-scale amenities, 3 swimming pools, a clubhouse, basketball court, grand lawn, play area, and many pocket parks. Living areas that foster a strong sense of community. Where your children can experience childhood as it should be, full of friendships and interactions. Beyond small spaces and virtual screens. At Amoa, there is more to love. Choose from 1-story houses that's perfect for your family, like Aruna and Ananda. For more space, go for our 2-story houses, such as Asta, Asha, and Amita. Come home to Amoa, where life means more.
Hurdle and accomplish the incredible together. At Ayala Land, we're building a brighter future for Filipinos.
In life, we are always in search of something better. Better jobs, better lifestyle, better investments. Here at Forest Lake, we offer you an alternative, an extraordinary, and a better experience through My Forest Lake portal. Our online portal gives you access to viewing and purchasing of memorial lots safely and conveniently from your home. It provides a place where you can centralize the management of your memorial lot investments with easy access to customer information and services. Registering in My Forest Lake is easy. Just follow these 3 easy steps. Creating a new account is simple. Go to www.forestlakememorialparks.com. Click on Customers on the upper right corner of the site and you will be directed to the My Forest Lake customer portal. Step 1. Click the link and fill out the form or register using your Facebook account by simply clicking on Login with Facebook. Step 2. Input necessary details as needed. and click Next. Step 3. Verify your mobile phone or registered email. Congratulations! You have successfully registered your account. Enjoy a faster, easier, and more secure way of managing your Forest Lake investment at the palm of your hands. View and purchase lots within the safety and comfort of your home. Take advantage of online services exclusive to registered customers. No more long lines when paying your dues. You can now pay through our secure payment options and documented online transactions. You can even chat with our customer service representatives for any concerns. Convenient, right? For inquiries, email us at customerportal@forestlakeparks.com or contact our branch office. Sign up now and start enjoying a better online experience now with Forest Lake. Visit www.forestlakememorialparks.com or follow our social media pages on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. Sign up today and start your investment journey with Forest Lake.